fighting in the night. Heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. One second, guys. There you go. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Well, one second. Just bear with me a second, guys. Well, boy, have I got a cliffhanger for you guys. Ha ha! Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is going to be an interesting one, to say the least. Yesterday, or sometime yesterday, there was an air crash in Toronto. However, I don't know if it's me or if I'm just seeing things, but there's some discrepancies that, yeah. Oh, God, for now what? Now, there's some discrepancies that don't make any sense. Okay. I'm going to show you some of the footage. I'm not going to show you all, but I'm going to show you some of the footage. First of all, good morning, SMN, Ammo Girl, Vicky, Texas. Who else? We've got Sienna. Hi, everybody. We've got Great as well. Aussie Jen. David, good morning. Hi. Hans, Juliet. We did, done you? Anyone have Mama Joe? David Fox. Wow, everyone's here this morning. Good morning. Mrs. Wright is right. Good morning. Morning, Nimrod. Right. Before I start, I was informed of something yesterday, which I find not just childish or disgusting, but I find it very, how can I put this? I wouldn't expect anything less from these individuals. Everyone is welcome in here, unless you come in here with the intent to cause trouble or problems. Then you can deal with Ammo Girl, Nimrod. But if it comes to dealing with me, I'm not going to give you any chances. You are gone. Done. So if people are going to play this guilty by association, right, you're not welcome here. Okay? I am not here to plug my own string. I am not here to become famous. I'm here to entertain and to interact with people around the world. I am an entertainer. Sandra, hi, welcome. Okay, and that's that. If you've got a problem with that, pack your bags, fuck off. Okay, there's enough paranoid, self-centered individuals out there. Go and join them. It's as simple as that. Okay, there's not going to be anything time wasting, or I'm not going to waste any breath. All right, we know who we're talking about. They need to get a life. They need to go and see a psychiatrist or a therapist, or actually go and take the medication they're supposed to take and just move on in life. But they can't do that because obviously I must have pressed a button or two. That's what happens when you're honest and truthful and you point out the facts. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the Toronto air incident. It wasn't really... Here's the thing that doesn't make any sense. Let me get this sweet out of my mouth for a second. Here's something what doesn't make any sense. Now, an aircraft, right, has to carry enough fuel, okay, so they can divert, or they can... Snowflower, good morning. Wait, Snowflower's here? Where? Oh, there you go. Good morning, Snowflower. How you doing? All right, an aircraft has to carry enough fuel, right, for a possible diversion or possible, they have to circle the airport, a holding pattern. They call it a holding pattern. Now, if, for example, the plane is low on fuel, they can declare an emergency, and obviously, they land. Or they just say, right, divert me to the next nearest airport that's available where I can land because of fuel. And at the end of the day, ATC or ground cannot stop them from landing if they have to land. Because if they've got all the souls on board, obviously, life comes first. Now, something that's not making sense. I've seen different videos of how can I put it? Of these air crashes, of this air crash. right? So what I'm going to do, excuse me, what I'm going to do, if I can find it, right? Yeah, that one there. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let me share this one. I'm going to share the link, right, of the first one, right? And I want you to pay particular attention. I want you to pay attention to the over the wing escape. There's 2 escape hatches, right? Exits, right? And one's open and one is closed, right? Yeah. And here's the thing. I want you to pay attention. Yeah. I want you to pay attention to that. So go and watch that one first, right? I'll give you enough time to watch it, okay? And then when you're done, why is that? Why is that, Kirby? Just keep it. Don't worry about whatever people think. Right, right, and then what I want you to then do, once you've done that, I want you to go and watch this one. Okay, I want you to watch that one, and then I want you to watch that one. All right, watch the first one first, and then watch the one I just put in now. Okay, because here's the thing. As you can see, people are getting out and everything else, all right? But I want you to have a look at the beginning of the video. I want you to have a look at the beginning of the video where the guy pans to. Right? So you got people pushing people out, okay? As soon as the guy is smiling at the front, which makes no sense. Okay, you've got the aircraft with no smoke, no flames, nothing. Right? There's no flames, there's no smoke in the first one. Okay? And then obviously you can see the fire engines, right? You can see the fire engines, and you can obviously it's on the runway, right? But they said that the runway was clean and it was dry and everything else. So explain this to me. If you watch the second one, right? So if I do apologize, all right? Watch this one first, and then watch this one. Okay, watch the first one, then watch the second one. The first one is them getting out of the aircraft. Hi, Joseph, how you doing, brother? All right, and the second one, okay, is basically the fire brigade. Sorry. Now, something that gets me right at the beginning of that video. Right at the beginning of that second video that you're going to see with the firefighters. No, I'm gonna go. Just take your time. Just take your time. Watch the first one first with them jumping out the aircraft, and then watch the one, okay, with the fire brigade. All right, and when you watch it, make sure you pay attention from the get-go. From the get-go. All right, because what you'll see is right at the get-go, you'll see a small explosion, right? And then you will see flames coming underneath the fuselage, and you'll see smoke and burning. Okay, so what did they do? Did they tell the passengers to stay in the aircraft until they got the fire out? Or did they get them out, put the fire out, and then put them back in? Because if you look at the second video where he's getting out and he's swearing and he's going after this and all that, there's no smoke, there's no flames, but there's only dousing. It's called dousing, and basically keeping it, And if you look at the fuselage, it's already got ice connecting to it. So yeah, and what gets me, there is video of the plane landing and crashing, and there's black smokes and flames and everything else. But there's a disconnect between, how can I put this? There is a disconnect between one video, the fire brigade, the flames and everything, and the smoke and the little explosion that are at the beginning, and the passengers getting out. Because I tell you, and also, why is there someone at the front of the exit with a biggest smile on his face? Why have people got their bags and jackets in their hand? Why isn't there any rescue vehicles around them? Why is there a firefighter standing there sorting his gear out in the first video? Why does it look like everyone, it's just like a little game? Why isn't there more panic in other people's voices? Why can't we hear people screaming, shouting, fire brigade shouting? Why is that? Now, this is no conspiracy. These are factual things, because in a situation like that, you would have members of the crew, right, and members of the and passengers would have injuries. I saw no injuries whatsoever from those people who were getting out of that plane. 2, there would be more flame, or there'd be more firefighters around. There was one firefighter close by on the other side of the aircraft, right? Because what you're doing, you're looking at the aircraft from the same side in both videos. Yeah. So there's 2. 3, they would have had vehicles there to put those passengers in. And I didn't count 72 passengers. So, I mean, it's the first time I've heard of a plane flipping, right, and then staying fully intact. But the thing is, I mean, I know that the landing gear of that type of version of plane, I believe it's a set 200 at the back. I believe the landing gear is on the wings. So yeah. But here's the thing: how the hell did it flip, and how the hell did it lose both wings? Did it land too quick? Did it come in? Was it bank angle too sharp? What, did it hit the deck like a sledgehammer? 72 plus crew, yeah. You know, I mean, these questions should be asked, because there's something's not making sense. Why is there one video and then at one point you see another firefighter grabbing the other firefighter who was struggling to get out of the plane, right, and pull him away? Why? They had everything under control. The fire was under control. But if you look right at the beginning, there's a little explosion, and that's probably like, you know, the fuel filter on the engine, or the engine just going, I don't want to play no more. Blech. So it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Oh, I put the first one. There you go. You know, so yeah. Actual fact, let me see if I can. All right, I don't know if I can. Will that work? How will that work? I don't know if that'll work or not. Let me see if I can go like that. Hang on a minute. Let me do something. I got an idea. Let me do something here. Let me do something. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. And go like that. And I'm going to go like that. Right. So what we're going to do, we're going to pause that. We're going to pause this. Okay. Oh, stop it. 1 second. I'm just trying to sort something out here. I'm just trying to sort something out here. And don't worry, you won't see anything on that bar. No, you won't. So good luck on trying. Do you know it's difficult? I'm trying to. How do I do this? Right, let me do it this way. Right, okay, I got an idea. There you go. I'll go like that. And I go like that. And I bring that one up like that. Cock. That's not going to work. Why don't you work? Stop. Oh. I know what I do. I go like that. Aha. I go like that. But I just need to go like that. Ha ha ha. All right. Okay, are you ready? Here is the first video. Okay, if you watch very carefully, they're trying to get people out of aircraft, yeah? Now watch. They don't look very cold. Why are they still hanging around the vehicle? Now look behind there. Okay, look behind the aircraft. Look behind the aircraft. No building. One firefighter right there trying to sort his gear out. All right, one firefighter. Okay, keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching. All right. Okay, so there's no building. The building that you're looking at is down here. All right, so there's no building right there. Okay, right, so there you go. All right, everyone in their summer clothing, like if nothing's happened. Right. Let's look for the second one, shall we? One second. Now, what you need to do, okay, you need to make absolutely sure that you pay attention. Okay, you need to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention, you miss it all. Yeah? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this play through, a couple of times, right? And I'm even going to enlarge it. No. Yep. 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 No. Yep. No. Come on. Oh, for crying out loud. Right, there you go. So we're going to let this play through. Right. What I want you to do, I want you to pay attention, right, to what is seriously wrong with this picture. Okay, and you'll see it from the get-go. So I'm going to let it roll once or twice. So you can, actual fact, just bear with me a sec. I need to sort this out. There you go. No, that's not gonna work. Right, okay. Right. So what I want you to do, all right, I know it's going to be a little bit small, but I want you to pay attention, all right, to right at the beginning. So I'm going to let it roll, okay? I'm going to let it run so you guys can actually see what's going on in the video. All right, this video is from AccuWeather, right? It's about the footage is from Mark Fitzpatrick via Storyful, right? And this is the incident in what you call it. Okay, so now pay attention to this. Right, you see an explosion there. Now pay attention to here. I know it's very difficult to actually see it, but there's one big Easter egg that you can't miss. Right, the angle of the plane is irregardless. There's a big fucking house building right behind there. Right, so here's the flat. That was the explosion there. Right, there comes the water. Now watch here. You got two firefighters coming out of the aircraft. So either they set fire to it, or this is after the passengers got out, which is probably because the fire exits are open. All right, but my question is this: why have they dragged that plane to where it is now? Why? They literally dragged that plane away from that building, or away from where it actually crashed, to where it is now. That's probably why there's flames. But the second thing is, they need to stop making this shit up, because at the end of the day, if that plane crashed, then leave it where it crashed and everything else. Because now the NTSB or whoever's going to investigate this aircraft, see that explosion, right? They are going to go, well, hang on a minute, you moved the aircraft. Well, it was on a runway. Still, you moved it. So there you go. All right, there you go. And to be perfectly honest with you, at the end of the day, right, that should just that there, right, just shows you what some people what the most weirdest thing you could ever think. No, the wings are richly being ripped off. The wings of that aircraft have been richly ripped off. That's another thing. How the hell did it have its wings ripped off? You know, considering a plane when it lands. I mean, I think this aircraft has either got the landing gear in the wings, because obviously the landing. I think this plane would have the landing gear sort of like in the wings. Yeah, I presume, or in the body, but I don't know. I don't know what type of aircraft it is. Looks like one of those national flights. But the problem I've got with it, okay, is this: that one, the wings are ripped off. Two, the fuselage is still intact. Three, passengers are getting out of that aircraft with people standing on the outside already with a high-vis jacket on. Right, there's one firefighter standing there with one fire engine. Yes, there's water coming from the other side. There's no building in sight anywhere, because that guy panned his phone around while he was impersonating me, and he was panning his phone around. There was no building, irregardless of what. Even though when you look through the steam, you can no matter what you do, you would have seen that building that was behind them, and there's no building. All right, so they've either moved it or that's staged. But they're saying no fatalities. And you got people smiling while they're helping people out of the freaking aircraft. And there's no sense of urgency whatsoever to get them away from the aircraft. Really? Interesting. And something else. Where are the pilots? Dangling upside down in the cockpit. And also, something else that people probably haven't noticed. When you open the emergency, when you use the doors for an emergency, right, they automatically deploy the slides on any aircraft. On any aircraft. So that should make you question. But then again, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, everyone survived it. Everyone got out of the aircraft in one piece, and with minor injuries, apparently, allegedly. So, and I find how quick the Canadian Fire Brigade and everyone jumped on this. I'm finding it either it was something like Miracle in the Hudson. But one thing I've noticed, there seems to be a lot of. I know that squid. I know that very, very well, but I'm not going to what you call it. I'm not gonna. What's the word for it? And in fact, every aircraft should have slides. It's part of the emergency equipment. But unless the aircraft are I don't know, from Australia or, from the 60s or 50s or stuff like that. But the fact is that an aircraft, a modern aircraft, by the way, and that aircraft would have slides, just so you know, okay, ends up upside down, fuselage intact, engine still attached, but no wings. And then you've got a cell phone shot from an individual who pans nearly 280 degrees from one side to the other, shows you the whole aircraft and everything else, and also shows you going out of the aircraft. Now, if I was a steward or if there was a stewardess and I saw someone coming towards me with their cell phone in their hand, I would have knocked that out their hand so much it would have went through the fuselage. Right, and it doesn't matter how big the aircraft is. I don't know why you. I don't know. It's not got to do with the size, Squid. That aircraft, right, carries 80 passengers, and I think it can carry 5 crew. If I can remember, I can't remember its bloody name. I just can't remember its name. Hang on a minute. I'll tell you what his name is. I'll tell you. Hang on a minute. Delta jet flips. What? Right. Yeah. What type of aircraft was it? Right. It was a Boeing Dreamliner. Right. A 787. Right. Okay. Let me have a look at it. Let's have a look at the Dreamliner, shall we? Right. Yeah. Dreamliner. They do have slides in them. There you go. Rest my case. Now, it's a Dreamliner. Squid, I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not talking about the slide, so I'm not going to argue about it. Okay, I'm not going to deviate from what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about the fact that the fuselage stayed together, the wings got snapped off, and the aircraft was not in the same position it was when one video and the other video, irregardless of angle. Because yes, I do. Squid, listen, I don't know what's. I'm not going to discuss the DC plane crash until NTSB is done. Here, I'm going by what I've seen in the news and what I've seen online, and that's what I'm doing. Wow, Squid, you've changed. You've flipped, haven't you? What's going on? What's going on, Squid? What's going on? Trying to what? What's going on here? Interesting. All right, let's change the topic then because we don't want to get into an argument. So yeah, there you go. So do your research, guys. Go and have a look. But I think there's quite a few strange things going on. I just find it very strange that a building appears behind an aircraft in two different videos. So there you go. Hang on a minute. I'm doing something. I'm checking something. So why did I get a Dreamliner then? Interesting. Oh, here's a C. Right, okay. Here's a CRJ 900. Okay. Well, someone got it wrong then. Yep. Here's a CRJ 900. Involved a model CRJ 900 plane. Delta Airlines flies the DL 4819. The aircraft arrived in Toronto from the US city in Minneapolis and which carries 76 passengers and 4 crew. So, yeah, it's a total of 80. The CRJ 900 can only take an 80. So I was right on that, but I was wrong on the type of aircraft. Again, right, let's have a look at the landing craft pictures of the CRJ. Right, what's this one? So they did move it. Yes, it did. Let's see if we can see a CRJ. Right, CRJ. Oh, that's interesting. That basically the wings snapped at the landing gear struts. How the hell is this plane moving? Oh, I don't give a shit. Anyway, fact is, yes, I was wrong on the plane, but I'm not here to argue. At the end of the day, if I get things wrong, you could have reminded me afterwards or let me know at the end, and then I could have done some research. But thanks very much for pointing that out to me. I shall remember that for the future. But I find it very, very interesting. Very interesting that suddenly in America and Canada now all these air incidents are happening, but nothing's happened in Europe or anywhere in the world. Wow. So the reason I'm not talking right now is because I'm looking at various different pictures of a CRJ 900 to give me a little bit more insight in. Oh, hello. To give me a little bit more insight of what type of aircraft it is. Wait a minute. Because as you know, I like to make sure that I get my facts right. You know, not everyone is perfect. CRJ 900. Let's have a look at this picture here. Okay. Hang on a second. The landing gear. Oh. The landing gear is right on the edge of the wing / body. No, wait a minute. It's in the wing. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Let me have a look at that picture. Oh my God. Like, why can't they make pictures of aircraft details when you need to look at, when you have to examine a aircraft? You got the frickin'. Yes. See, the CRJ 900, the landing gear turns into the body. So it's in the belly. Right. So where was the landing gear? Where was the rear landing gear? What, you tell me that got ripped off? Interesting. Because obviously that aircraft is on her back. So you got the front. You've got the you got the aircraft on her back, and all she's got is a front landing gear out. So what happened to a main landing gear then? Did it come out, or did it get ripped off? You would have seen some sort of evidence of the landing gear. So that's going to be interesting. I just find it very strange that, like, every excuse is a good excuse, isn't it? I wouldn't mind knowing about the CRJ 900, actual fact, because I presume that the landing gear turns inwards into the belly. But one thing I can't understand, when you look at that aircraft, right, you see the wing is ripped off at the actual fuselage. So you got about 2 or 3 feet, probably about 4 foot, and then the wings disappeared on the port. Wait a minute. Yeah, on the starboard side. So on the starboard side wing, it's being ripped off. Where's the landing gear? Because there's no visible damage to the rump where the landing gear pulls into. So that's going to be an interesting one. But then again, like I said, there's always some excuse. So, and the reason I don't discuss the Washington D.C. one is because they're still investigating it, and until they finish, until the NDSP or whatever they're called are done. This one here, I'm going by what I'm witnessing, what I have found, videos. Right, there's a big difference. So now, until they've done, I say that, like, they must have came in to land and they hit that ground really, really hard and bounced and flipped. Who knows? But the thing is, what gets me is that, like, if you watch a minute, there is, let me see if I can find that other video. There is a video. Wait a minute. Delta plane crash. There you go. All right. Okay, let me have a look. 1 second. Please hold. Your call's important to me. Right. Well, I can tell you why and exactly how and why it just happened. I can tell you why now. This is why. He came in too steep. He hit the ground like a fucking sledgehammer. and I think he didn't hit the runway. He hit the front of the. I think he hit the front of the runway, and the reason I know that is because they've already published this. They've already published the email, the CCTV footage of, and that's from TMZ, by the way. So he came in at quite a steep angle. That is a very, very steep angle. Well, it's a normal flight. It looks like a normal flight pattern, flight descent, but and don't forget, when you're watching that video, all right, you're watching from behind. You're not watching from the front. You're watching from behind at an angle. Okay, so basically the top left-hand corner is ahead, is the front of the plane, and where the tree is and that sign is behind the aircraft. Right. So when you watch that video, that is wow. Hang on a minute. Let me. That's insane. He came down at right a freaking angle, though. I wonder if he missed. No, I couldn't have misjudged it. I mean, he's coming in at minimums. Bang. Yeah. 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 Oh, that is steep as. I wonder if. Now this is just speculation. I mean, it definitely looks like he's come at a really steep angle instead of gliding. You know, instead of going forward and then coming down and gliding, or flaring out, what they call a flare. So basically, you flare just before you land, because you come at an angle. Right, you don't come straight down. You come at an angle and you land at an angle, and there would be four lights, and I think it's 2 white, 2 red is a perfect angle. I think 3 red is too high, 3 white is too low. Either way, I don't know. But the fact that wow, the fact that when you watch that and he's come down, I mean that's a very steep angle. Yeah, but Squid, if you look at that video, I've put the link in. Go and show him that video, and he probably might say something similar to what I've said. That was a very steep approach angle. And if you look, he doesn't even flare until the last minute. You see the nose come up a little bit. Hang on a minute. I'm getting the massages. Oh yeah, no. So Toronto coming. Could have had excess fuel in one wing. Yeah, could have. One elevator should have knocked down the other. Thanks. Right, do me a favor, Squidge. Send him. Yeah. Send him that video. Send him that video if he's got a moment to watch it. Yeah, let me. There you go. Send him this. Send him that video and ask him if that is too steep of a bank angle. Yeah, I know, Squid. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you or get into a like heated discussion. I'm just saying my point of view, not your view, or not your dad's view, or not anyone's view. My point of view. Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but I am, putting my opinion across. Is that okay? Is that okay? I mean, like, my opinion, okay, is an opinion. The truth will come out when they investigate everything. I'm getting sick and tired of this. Right, let's change the topic then. Let's talk about arrogance and attitudes and shit. Let's talk about crap, shall we? Fuck it. I'm getting sick and tired of this. Now I can't even have an opinion on that. Okay, I'm not going to have an opinion. Do you know what? I'm going to mute Mike. You can do, guys. We'll do what you want. I am going to sit here live and I'm no, only joking. That's whatever people will fucking do. Nah, I don't care. I don't care. But that's my opinion. At the end of the day, looking from everything I've seen, right, that plane came in way too steep. Way too steep. Regardless if, you know, I'm joking. No, I'm not mad at you, Squid. I'm joking. Fuck's sake. Should know me by now. I'm busting your ball. No, yeah. Send Mr. Squid that email, that link to the video, and then ask him if I'm sort of right in regards of like too much of a steep bank angle or landing angle, because that fucking plane came right down. It should have glided. It should have been at a more shallower sort of angle coming down. But that's my opinion. That's my insight in that. You know. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I don't see a foot. Yeah, no, I agree on that. Yeah, the MLS were not locked. They collapsed. MLG means main landing gear, right? They collapsed, but it was definitely leaning right side when coming in. Yeah, which it did. So have you sent him that video? Yeah. No. I'm reading. I'm reading it. Yeah, I agree with him on the AC. I sort of don't agree with him on the MLGs because by looking at the impact, looking at the contact from when the aircraft first contacted the ground, that was an extremely hard hit. So even if they were locked or not, there's a possibility that they just got they collapsed. But it's definitely yeah, I agree on that one. It was definitely leaning to the right. So I agree on that one. Yeah. So yeah. The thing is, though, the most important question I have for me personally, it was the approach angle and the bank angle. I think the approach angle was too steep. Uh-oh. By the way, I'm only fucking around with Squid. I like messing around with the Navy once in a while. So if you all think that I was being awkward, no, that's whatever people behave like that. I was just having a little bit of fun, but obviously no one realised it. Damn it! Oh well. Yeah, but the thing is, if he like, here's the thing. My argument is this: if there was high crosswinds and he was coming in at such a steep, why didn't he what do you call it, break off the landing sequence and then just fly through and just take off again and then try again? I mean, if he had enough fuel, he could have done that. But I just think that looking at everything that's happened, and this is just speculation. At the end of the day, I'm going to wait, like I am for the other two. One, the Philadelphia one, they've put it down to an accident because it didn't have some. I don't know if it was a voice recording or the other one. So I'm waiting for Washington DC to complete, and this one I'm looking forward to this one being complete because I'd like to know. Based on the video, he doesn't think they were locked. Right, so he doesn't think they were locked, but what about the impact? What about the approach, Squid? What does he think about the approach? Do you think it was too steep? I don't know what it is. I've got that in my head. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to back off on that one because that angle coming down like that, that was freaking steep. Because yeah. I wonder if I can get my flight sim stuff up and try it. Arrogance and pet. Wait, what? What's Ratus saying again? What's he doing? Yeah, Squid, I get that, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point. What I'm trying to say here, I get. He understands that it could be you're focusing on one thing. What I'm doing, I'm focusing on the actual approach and landing. The gear locked or not locked, it's irrelevant. The fact that what I'm talking about, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but here's my response to that. Irregardless if the landing gear was locked or unlocked, my question is this: the bank angle and the angle of approach of that plane coming in, right? We already know that, like, from where he landed or where he impacted the ground, okay, how far down the runway was it? Was it past the blast area? Was it past over the numbers or what? And the thing is, the impact, that plane basically bellied when he touched down. That plane bellied. Yeah, I mean, like, you always put your wing into the wind. So I agree on that one. But looking at that video, there's definitely a steep angle. That plane came in way too. Yeah, I mean, but have a look at the video, Squid. You'll see what I mean. It just doesn't make any sense. The angle that plane came down, it was like, oh, there's the runway. I'll land right there. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with the heavy the right hand side, right? I mean, because you always put and then it's that angle, it's coming down. It's like, because the plane goes, it had, yeah. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's do this properly. Let's do this properly. Let's do this properly. Let's see, where is the best example of a approach? What's this one? Maybe I've been explaining it wrong. Maybe I need to. All right, where's the picture for the blind angle? There you go. Okay. Right, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Okay, let's do it this way, shall we? Okay. Here you have well, let me do this. Here you have the glide angle of an aircraft. Okay. Now, depending on, I mean, this is just like a rough egg, but like a glide angle, you got different types of glide angle, right? And then you got range. So that means when a plane comes in, it doesn't look that steep, but what it does, that's your normal glide angle. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. So this is your normal glide angle, yeah? Right. Now, the thing is, when you watch that aircraft come in, this is what I saw, right? So here, so basically here, for example, oh, wait, no, that one, yeah. So here, hypothetically speaking, about here, right, is your blast area, you know, the yellow black stripes, right? Then here is like you're over the numbers, right? That's you over the numbers. Now this plane here, that's got the normal, that is the normal bank angle, because about here, so when he oh wait a minute, so when he's about here, shit, wait a minute, when he's about here, so your plane will come in, he'll go like that, he'll go like that, he'll go like that, and he'll start flaring out, and he'll flare out, and bang, right, he'll land. Okay, now what I saw with this plane is it came down, bang angle, bang angle, bang angle, bang angle, bang angle, bang angle, bang, right? So basically here, right, that's where he hit heavy, because if you watch the video, he comes down and instead of flaring, he just goes. And that is what I'm trying to point out. I'm not saying that, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I know I've seen many planes, you know, land. And I've been in planes that have landed in a very peculiar way, especially a C-130, yeah, when it just hits the deck, right, and does reverse power, right? But that video on YouTube from TMZ, if you watch, that's from the rear. If you watch that that bang angle and the way he came in, that was too shallow. It was like, you know, he just wanted to get on the ground really quickly. You know, and that's my whole point. And the fact that, like, when you actually see the plane land, right, you can already see the wings disintegrate off from the aircraft. Yes, I know squid. I am not, you know, I'm fully aware of that. But that's beside the point. I'm not talking about the conditions or anything. I am talking about the glide angle, the approach. It's like basically he cut this in half. Instead of having, this is my opinion, and at the end of the day, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, fine. If I'm right, fine. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the fact that where's this freaking well, 1 second. To me, right, the importance is right. Here's the thing that here's the problem that I've got. 1 second. There you go. The problem I've got is he's come in like this, and he's come in at a steeper angle, right? And at the last minute, he started flaring, and then bang. So instead of actually going down normal glide slope, he's come in at a steeper angle. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what it looks like in the video from what I've seen. I'm not trying to say that he's to blame. What I'm saying is that, like, you know, why did he come in at that? Did he have a whiteout? Did, you know, couldn't he see the runway? I mean, there's so many different things that could be added to this. Yeah, I would. Yeah, but looking at the footage, looking at the condition of the plane upside down, looking at the people getting out and everything else, there are some discrepancies. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a normal bystander making an opinion or having his own opinion. Right? I've seen like perfect example. What Joe? I've been on exercise and I've seen Chinooks and helicopters come in, and some of them have come in at really steep angles, and they got waved off because they were coming out at such a steep angle that, and so I mean I mean, I've been at Bryce Norton, and I've sat there and I've watched aircraft come in, right, and they've come in at a steep angle, and you could tell they came in because they corrected themselves whilst in the glide path. Once in the glide angle, they started correcting themselves because they were coming in too quick, too steep. Sorry, So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting because there's too much of this is happening now. This is once okay, two, yeah, right, but now this is the third air incident in Americas, in Canada and America. I mean, with all due respect, there's some weird crap going on. Weird crap. And Squid, that I was only busting your balls earlier on. I mean, I didn't get the reaction I wanted though. Damn it. Anyway, but yeah, that bank angle, that. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one. So you got right. Here's the thing. All right, plans to make aircraft land at steeper angles to reduce noise. Right. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Wait, what? One second. One second. Whoa. What did I just find here? Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Aviation proposed. Wait, so the normal approach for aircraft is 3 degrees on bite glide slope from 1600 right down to the runway, a 5-mile approach. They want aircraft a proposed approach angle of 5.5 degrees at 3,000. So you're literally nosediving into the freaking ground to land. Wait, what? Yeah, don't worry. We're going to have those. I think we're going to have those incidences over here as well soon. So anyone from the UK, just so you know, there is a proposed changes in approach angle, which will make the aircraft. Oh, that's going to be fun. I hope the pilots are trained for that. Well, they are. They're quite good pilots anyway. People who pay anyway. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think someone needs to do some digging over in the States to see if they've actually implemented that type of approach. Maybe that it's already happened in the US that planes now need to approach at 5.5 degrees instead of 3. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh well, never mind. What's this one? Wow. Well. There's a difference between Gail. There's a difference between super smart and not knowing, and then just using speculation. Because I don't know. I'm not a pilot. But one thing I do know is when I see something and I think there's something wrong with that picture, then I'm going to say it. And there's definitely something wrong with that picture. I'm watching a video. I'm watching a video repetitively, and it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. That plane is way steep approach angle. I mean, he just. I mean, he doesn't even flare. It's like he. You know, there's no flare whatsoever. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let me watch that again. Squid, when Pepper Squid said that his right wing was heavy. No. He doesn't even flare. Oh, there he does. Right before he hits the. Yeah, I'm keeping that one to myself. I just saw something in that video. Yeah, no, because I don't want to get, you know. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll tell you in privately, Squid, what I've seen. Nope, nope. Oh, let's go back. Because that I'm not going to say publicly. I'm not going to say that publicly, that's for sure. No, I don't. No, 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 no. I don't think it was the landing gear. The landing gear was locked. Yeah, that's what I've just been watching. Watch the video again. Watch the video again. It doesn't matter if you've got knowledge about aircraft or anything else. At the end of the day, when there's actual footage of the plane coming in at such an angle and he doesn't even flare, he doesn't even pull the nose up to flare. Irregardless, I mean, it was like if he was still at 500 feet. The way the plane was coming down, it was coming down at an angle, at a glide angle, but he didn't flare. He just came down. There was nothing. It just went zip. So, but hey, I'm not a pilot, so let them figure it out. Simples. Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, there are experts who are better than experts, and they'll figure it out. And then I'll be very interested to hear what happened, because even for someone who's not a pilot and hasn't been trained, but I've got a basic knowledge of approach and takeoffs and stuff like that, that there did not look right. That approach did not look right. It was like either he depth perception, he thought that he was higher than but then again in the plane, it would be telling him 500, it would have an automated fucking warning system, or, pilots communicate with each other. So how the hell did this happen? How the hell did he approach that ground at such an angle? That's my question. Yeah, it could be. It could be off. I mean, like everything so far is not making sense. Like first the video with the firefighters inside the fuselage. Now, was that before or after? Because the building behind the aircraft wasn't there when what's it called? When this guy was filming him coming out. Why would he start filming himself, right, coming out of the aircraft? Why wasn't he filming whilst landing? Hello, sir. I haven't listened to anything yet because I don't listen to anything that's sent to me privately while I'm live. But I get it. I get it. People who have got expertise in this, right, will have a little bit more of an important say. However, when it comes to an opinion, that's different. My opinion is that this plane approached at too of a steep angle. Let's see if I was right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I was right, fine, not a problem. But if I'm wrong, fine. You know, I mean that could be another factor. I mean, combined with the wind, I wonder if he tried to dip nose up. Yeah, but squid. If you look at the video, there's hardly any type of movement of the nose, and if it is, it's right before they land or impact, whatever you want to call it. It's very very slight. I can see what Papa Squid's saying in regards to uh, what you call it. What I'm saying, what you're saying about the heavy right wing. You can see that, but but that's compensate. You can see that he turns back into it. I just think the angle coming down, the glide angle. That's my argument. The glide angle, the approach, that there. That's the only thing I'm saying that I'm noticing with this. I mean, it's just like if you where is it? Wait, what? Where's Roy? It's just like if I get you in a car, Squid, and I take you down a road at 100 miles an hour, right, and I show you how to go around a hairpin at 50 or 40, yeah, right, and I show you that every time for years and years and years, and then you get in a vehicle, and then you approach it at a different angle, at a different speed. Of course, it's going to go wrong. Of course, there's going to be issues. And if you can rectify those issues in time, fine, brilliant. But if you can't, yeah, you end up in a ditch. What is wrong with YouTube this morning? Oh, wait a minute. Uh, oh, wait a minute. 1 second. I'm not sure what's going on here, but
24 left, and then direct the threshold of runway 23.
Threshold 24 left, and then 23 like I want.
Roger, when are you guys headed?
We're going to Wingham.
Wingham, okay. No problem. Are you able to go to 2000?
We can give it a try for the weather like I want.
Oh, you know, left I 1 medevac, that's fine. You can stay there. Just runway 23 approach is active, so they'll be landing runway 23.
Understood, like I want medevac.
Echo Mike Tango medevac, line up runway 23. It'll just be once across your runway.
Russia 7105 on block file, please.
Route 7105, pull up, go around.
The guard 7105.
This airplane just crashed at 23. Route 7105, pull up, go around. Mike Tango medevac, you can just stay there.
Mike Tango medevac.
7105, stop climb 3000. When you're able, you can go right turn heading 300.
Right 300, 7105.
Our Lifeline 1 back. We're going to hold south of the airport. We're just discussing with our OTC if they need to deploy us here or not.
Well, that, I don't know if you heard that, but that there's the ATC. And if you heard about 30 seconds ago, so, oh, wait a minute, there's a plane crash. Yeah, I'm going to wait until the actual, like, I've looked at the comments in regards to that video, and some people saying, how the hell are you able to understand that? They talk they talk faster than someone who does auctions. But hey, yeah, I'm going to wait until everything's sorted, and so I'm going to listen to that privately. That was interesting. That was very interesting. How blasé and how calm it was, and apparently within the apparently other things were said in there. I'm going to listen to it later. I've sent it to you, Squid, so you should be able to enjoy that. So yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, what's next? What have we got? Are we going to get visited by UFOs, or is Rattus? Hey, Rattus, I think what you should do, if you're here, I think you should go to a store and get yourself pink fluffy handcuffs. So when the crampons and the ice turn up tonight at the town hall, is that you've got your own. Just saying. I think that you should have your own jewelry with you. Just fair, right? Just to make sure you've got everything that you need. I mean, it's just absolutely fun. Right, so now we're going to enjoy some time talking about coffee, because we've talked enough about air incidences. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't like arguing with friends. Well, it's not an argument; it's more of a agree to disagree. I think that plane. Oh, Texas left. Oh, Texas, bye. I think that at the end of the day, no one is a perfect expert unless you're an expert, and I'm not an expert. Oh yeah, he will. There's other things that I'm an expert in. I mean, I'm definitely an expert in figuring out bullshitters. That's for sure. That is for sure. I'm trying to find something. Just trying to find something. Do you know that's oh God, I can't remember who said it, but there's a saying. Oh God, who said it? It just dawned on me. Someone actually has got a saying. It's just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. And I think I have offended a lot of people and called a lot of people out. And I find it. Oh, what's this? Oh my God. Yeah, I'll watch that later. You fucking nut. You know, I just find it so yeah, Ricky Gervais. There you go, Ricky Gervais. He came out with this perfect saying. It's just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. And I think he's hit the nail on the head with that. You know, there are a lot of people out there who are offended very easily, and you know we've seen it over the last few months. Well, over the last few weeks. And you know what offends me? Nothing. Absolutely fuck all. The fact that it's so easy to get under people's skin and so easy to play football in a empty brain or empty head is brilliant. However, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that pettiness, that childish behavior. If people want to act like children, then let them act like children. Here's a little bit of advice. I know I've seen it, you sad fuck. Here's a bit of advice I'm going to give everybody. All right. Never take. I mean, I know I've said this many times before. Don't take my kindness or my willingness to listen and to, you know, and to listen and spend time with you as kindness. Because I'll tell you one thing, I can be as much of an asshole as anyone else. All right. Now, I'm not a vindictive person. I could systematically destroy a few people's reputation like that if I wanted to. But I'm not going to do that. I could have done that from day one when I first got involved in this shit. Now, here's a word of advice I'm going to give you. All right. When you wake up in the morning, always remember your own actions speak louder than others. All right. So take a very good look in the mirror and always remember that when you conduct yourself, you're just going to see a reflection. So what you should do is always think about your actions before following them through. And a lot of people haven't done that. So just for future reference, right? If before you judge other people, judge yourself. Because remember, what may offend you may not offend anyone else. What you don't like doesn't mean everyone has to dislike it. If you think that you can intimidate or bully or whatever you want to do to a person just because you don't like them because of their opinion is different to someone else's, or they said something to upset, or they said something that's put a spotlight on someone else, then what you should do is take a break, take a look in the mirror and go, should I behave like this? I'm an adult. Yeah. Just remember that. Just remember that people's emotional blackmail doesn't work that much with me. I've had it, I've seen it, and the thing is, I do care about a lot of people, especially Gail. Now, I heard what happened to you, Gail. I heard what was said, and this is why I'm saying this. Gail Jerkins, you, my lady, are always welcome in my stream. Always. You all are. All right? You are not going to be judged on where you're from, who you're from, what you look like, what ideology you have, what orientation you have, what I don't care. The only thing you people are going to be judged on are your actions. Other than that, be nice to each other, be respectful. Okay, and if you've got problems, then talk. This is what friends do. Friends communicate. Okay. Now, Squid's a friend. She may not agree with some of the stuff I say about this incident in Toronto, and I respect that. But that's what friends do. That is what friends do. Friends will not agree on everything. You know, she may be an expert in one thing, but I'm an expert in everything else because she was Navy and I'm Army. We know everything. Right? So, oh boy, am I going to get it now. But at the end of the day, no one is going to get judged. Because the thing is, I know for a fact that I've got to people. I know for a fact that I've got under their skin. Because the thing is, I don't care. I don't care because I will judge myself before I judge other people. And then and if ever individuals want to judge others, then let them judge. Yes, that's definitely that guy is definitely going to get judged. Yeah, the nose. It's the nose. Dum dum dum. No, all right. But here's right. Let me make this absolutely clear. I am not university educated. Right. You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, or I wasn't born with an education. Right. I was born into a military environment, a military life, and I went to multiple schools. All right. I speak multiple languages. And I know multiple different things. I have done martial arts since I was 12. Right? I have done many things in my life. I have spent 30 plus years in the military, both regular and reserve. I have seen multiple things that people here would just dream of. But there's one thing I am not. I will not rub that in anyone's face. I will not try to be better than someone else. I would rather live on my mistakes and learn from my mistakes than complete and replay them every time. If I make a mistake, then I make a mistake. And some people will never learn. Some people will never learn. And there will be a day where they will be judged. Maybe by their own peers and a judge, or by God. All right, that's entirely up to them. But me, I am sleeping very well at night. I am having great fun, and everyone is welcome in my stream, except a handful of people. They are going to get yeeted because they are worms. They are snakes. They are disgraceful. They are a disgrace to humanity. All right. So just so you know that, Gail, all right, and everyone else, Kirby, I can't believe you changed your name to the Lurker. I can't believe you did that. Okay, and everyone is welcome here. And I don't care if you got these people, these little worms, these little like suction slugs, right? Who sit on the outside, because you're always welcome to come in. I have no hatred or discontent to anybody, right? even Mark Cooper. I know that your partner, I don't think he will like it that you're flirting with other people online, right? But so here's the thing: you stick to your puppies, and you leave people alone. How about that? All right. And this is the only fair warning. I've already done some research on you. I have done for a while because you've been hovering around quite a bit, right? So you go upon your way and go with God, and everything's fine, right? And here's another thing. If you are going to lie, or you're going to falsify, or anything else about anybody, maybe me, maybe anybody in my stream, or anyone who comes into my stream to be entertained, or in any shape or form, okay, make sure that you're 100% correct. Because if you are one hair off, yeah, I'm going to have my fun. And we know what that does. I mean, look what Bruce got. Yeah. I basically made him famous of his negativity and his stupidity and lack of, actual fact, missing brain cells. Okay, so let's just keep it peaceful and respectful. Right, you go upon your way, playing the innocents, right, and I'll go upon my way, trying not to swear too much. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't changed up to now, and I'm not going to change in the future. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to be surrounded by people who want to have a giggle and like to have realism in their life. And yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, though. You guys need to check out your airplanes over there. Oh, dear, dear. I won't be flying for a while. That's for sure. I'll make you famous, Ratters. Wait. Yes. No. No. Wait a minute. No. The crampons will make you famous. You bold git. I know what'll make you famous. Go and join the US. Oh, God. I was going to say go and join the US Marines. But you're pretty good for them. Anyway, sorry, my bad. I need to stop. No, stop. No. Okay, good. Yeah, I talk about Bruce. I mean, like, yeah, he's really peeing and pooing in his bed, isn't he? He's really not doing himself any favors. I mean, Bruce, come on, dude, you're a lawyer. Wait, lawyer. I mean, I wouldn't even call him that anymore. You can't really laugh over stuff like that, can you? Really? Yeah. I mean, you can't. You just can't. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, one more message, right? Yeah, everyone on this planet, including all these idiots and who like to make out that they're innocent and they're the victims, all right? Hey, and you have every right to be offended, but here's a word of advice: just don't cry when no one gives a shit. All right, just make sure you don't yeah, because no one cares. Anyway, right. So, how is everyone today? Oh shit, Squid! What have you started? What have you done, Ratters? Yeah, Ratters. Again, thank Snowflower. Snowflower, Ratters. Wait, Snowflower, you still here? Snowflower, come in, Snowflower. Eric, Ratters, Snowflower. Wait. Snowflower's still here. Hello, Snowflower. Come in, Snowflower. This is Earth calling Snowflower. Right. Yeah. Have you guys contacted each other? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? What is going on? Eric, Ratters, Snowflower, can you give us an update? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Eric. Can you sort of like touch base with Ratis and then sort of like touch base with Snowflower? She was in here this morning and she was here yesterday, so she does know that like about the song and everything. So if you can sort of like touch base and everything, I would be very grateful because I definitely do want her to, to receive that gift. No, I didn't mute. I did a minute ago. You should be able to hear me now. Well, yeah, you can hear me. What was it? What was I going to say? Arrogance. Here's the thing about arrogance. Okay. Yeah. Now, what does arrogance mean? Adjective. Arrogant. Overly proud of oneself. Yeah. Owns opinions. Right. That's arrogance. Now, we know a lot of people like that who think that they are, yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll yeah. Yeah. Right. But here's the thing about people's arrogance. One thing I've learned, and I don't mean this with every American or every Australian or every Brit or whatever, it doesn't matter, right? It's just a minority of these people who bring a bad spotlight onto your culture. Now, am I a person who will be disrespectful to a culture? No. If I say you Americanese need to calm down on drinking the water, that's me being not arrogant, but me being facetious or being sarcastic. Now, there's a lot of people who have this arrogance about them, thinking that they're always right no matter what they say. Even if they get it wrong, they are right. Now, like today, perfect example, Squid proved me that, some things I was wrong, and, I jokingly went, threw my teddy out the pram. No, I respect Squid's, because I remember from before that I think her dad works with aircraft so I knew what she was saying was correct. And the fact that he was responding back with stuff that I agree on, right? This is what I mean with a perfect example of a conversation where people agree to disagree and disagree to agree, right? Sometimes people can be right, sometimes they can be wrong. Now, if a person turns around, right, and says that you're wrong and they prove you wrong, or they say that what you're saying is not correct, there's a difference between being proven wrong and being proven incorrect. Yes, I know. I did say hello to her, but I don't know if she, she's probably busy. Right now, there's a big difference, and this is where people go wrong. People will say, "Oh, I'm not wrong. I'm always right. I'm always right." No, if Squid, perfect example, said that's incorrect. This, and this. I was like, "Oh no, well, But the thing is, when you have an opinion, when you have a visual opinion, all right, that's different to an opinion of facts. I am not a aircraft engineer. I am not a pilot. I do fly aircrafts, and flight sims and stuff like that quite well. And I know a little bit because the thing is, when you do flight simulate, you do learn quite a lot about aircraft, believe it or not. Otherwise it won't be fun. And one thing you have to agree on is that, like, you have to wait until the full facts are there. Now, one person who's not qualified will see one thing, another person who's qualified will see another thing, and then the person who's in between will see something completely different. Right? So I am not offended. I am not, if I crack a joke and, right, then I will. I know that Squid's extremely forward when she has her answers, and so am I, and that's the way it is. But you know, there's both things need to be put into perspective. That there is something wrong with this incident. There is definitely something wrong with it. Something's not making sense, because like an aircraft wouldn't approach that at that steep angle, and also, you know, the ATC. I found the ATC. I don't think it's all of it, but it's quite a bit. So it'll be very interesting what she has to say about that when she listens to it, or Papa Squid listens to it. So if anyone thinks that, you know, that was an argument, no, it wasn't. I was just playing around. You know, because, like, you know, as you saw Rattus, right, he couldn't fucking wait to say, Squid, clip that. You can fucking git. No, but, you know, and Squid and I have had, you know, we've all had our ins and outs, and I've got a lot of respect for her, and I've got a lot of respect for her dad as well. So, even, you know, at the end of the day, you may be, people are experts in whatever they want to be, you know. However, when it comes down to being an expert, it doesn't matter if you're an expert in heart surgery. When it comes down to it, one mistake and you'll get everything wrong. So I always use my opinion, I speculate, and then I wait for the actual conclusion. And that's why I'm waiting for the Washington, D.C. Now, that was a little bit below. You won't talk about that. That there, right? And that was a dig from Squid. And I'm going to give you a dig back one day. Just wait. It'll be Army versus Navy rugby. There you go. And I'll say exactly the same thing when she's here as well. So I don't think I'm talking behind her back, because I'm not. Right? I've got a lot of time and respect for Squid. But boy, I tell you one thing, you guys over in the States need to get your shit together. Seriously. You really need to get your shit together. Wait a minute, the foot. Wait, what? Why do I feel Guys, when you ask me something when I'm live, yeah. Wait, Snowflower. Oh, hey, Rattus, wake up. You were sent a message this morning. Oh, crying out loud. See, this is one thing I don't like. I don't like people, yeah. I need to talk about this afterwards, but that's beside the point. Here's one thing I would like. This is perfect. This is tranquility, and I think we should send people. This is where it's got a mental institution where people can relax and everything. So there you go. Right, this is where we should send people who need to chill. Right, not a ripple on that water. Holy crap! You can see a fish fart. Can you imagine that fish farting on the water? And you just see these bubbles go appear. Blah, blah, blah. Right, that's it. And that picture was sent to me by someone, a friend. Do you know, I'm in a very, very strange mood today. I'm in a very confrontational mood today. I don't even know why. Maybe it's Tuesday. Kat, do you know why I'm in a confrontational mood today? Do you know why I want to I don't know. It's just one of those things, really. It's when you spend so long with people who all they do is right. I'm going to say this. I need to get this off my chest. I need to get this off my chest. I need to get this. I really do need to get this off my chest. This has been bugging me for weeks now. Now, I've always had this this mentality of like, you know, when people do you wrong, okay, does that mean you have to go and do them wrong? Does that mean you have to, you know, do the same back to them? Or do you just take it and you ignore it and you move on? Well, I'm a type of person, right? I don't care what people say about me until they start lying about what they're saying. Now, when people start lying what they're saying, then obviously that's where you have to, you know, you have to draw a line. All right. Now, I know over the last few weeks we've been going on about Mike and about Georgie and about everyone else, all right? Now, I don't hate them too. In actual fact, I do feel sorry for them. I'm actually a caring person. I know when people have stresses and mental health issues and, you know, different things, you know, and they seek that attention, you think like, well, how can I fix this? How can I approach this? Now, at one point, this was a while back, while it was all going on, a while, you know, I was actually going to extend the arm, the olive branch, and I was going to say, look, you guys, you go your way and leave me the fuck alone, and I'll go my way and I'll leave you alone, and I won't prove that you guys are hypocrites and liars. And obviously that went pear-shaped. And there was a lot of trust put into Mike, and there was a lot of trust put into other people. Now, this is going to, I know I said that I wasn't going to mention it, but this is not about negativity. This is about, you know, about facts and truth and honesty, right? We all want honesty, don't we? We all want that honesty, you know, and it is like, what triggered me was the fact that when someone is wrong, right, this is what triggered me. I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes as well. And when I make mistakes, sometimes my mouth will jump in gear before my brain does. And I will say things that may not be the correct things to say at the time. And I admit that. And I know that I am not perfect. And sometimes I will say things that people, obviously I like, you know, I have got hairy balls, not crystal balls. So if I'm dealing with someone who are easily offended by the slightest word, then obviously I'm not aware of that. Now, when someone else, and this is what triggered me, because I was thinking about this last night and this morning. This is what triggered me. The fact that someone had said these exact words, I had my feelings hurt. But the thing is, I was going through the loss of a friend that still to this day still triggers me, still gets me emotional. Right? The fact that this person didn't even give a rat's ass about that, and then went off to the most unreliable person that you will ever find, right? And then that person then intel spreads the root. Now, that's forgiven. I don't care. It's happened. It's one of those things that it's never going to rectify itself. But I was gonna leave all this, but then I come to the conclusion that why am I taking the blame for things, right? Why is it that I am being blamed and systematically discredited by two individuals, or three now, or probably more, right? By multiple individuals who, one, have not once come up to me and asked me the truth. The fact that because I blocked individuals on that night, it only came to my attention the other morning what was said, because Rattus is in my stream right now. Rattus came on my stream and made the announcement and said what he said that night. Even I wasn't aware, and I even stated that I'm not going to get involved unless I see 100% proof. And then I received that screenshot of that message, that I was being blamed for something that I wasn't involved in. That very small little message. And here's the thing: people don't understand that you can write a paragraph, but you put one word that can change the actual narrative of that whole paragraph. That makes the difference. Now, I am quite content for people to go upon their jolly way. I've got nothing to lose. I'm not monetized. But here's the thing: the fact that you are continuing, even though every time I respond, it's in defense. But now it's going to be. But this is going to be the last time I say anything on this topic. I have seen things that have disturbed me. The fact, a minister, a person who needed help, who is a veteran, got sidelined, got GBA'd, guilty by association. That someone else, other people got exactly the same treatment. And the thing is, I'm supposed to react to that. I'm not going to react to that. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to say this. Everybody is welcome here. Everyone, I don't care if you visit or go to see other people who I don't socialize or associate myself with, or I don't care. What I care about is you. What I care about is your actions. Your actions, what you do here. What you do outside and away from my live stream or away from me is entirely your business, none of mine. And I'm going to make this absolutely clear as from today. And I'm going to send a message to anybody who wants to try it. That I am a person with not to fuck. Leave me away from your drama. Leave me away from your toxicity. Leave me out of your lies. Because the thing is, you don't know what I've got. You don't know who I know. You don't know who I've spoken to. You don't know what I have collected. Because the thing is, I don't have to tell you. Because I don't need to. Because that is not me. So, as of this day, right, if people are treated differently because they associate themselves to me or they come to my stream, right, it's all on you. And people need to then start questioning that. Why are they doing it? What has he done to why are you treating other people differently? And I've already noticed a lot of things being copied. Now, so here's one thing I will say. That either way, no matter what, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. After this case, after all this finishes, after everyone disappears back into the woodwork, I am going to still continue to create content. I have got so much content to last me forever. I am retired. I've done my job for the country and for the people. I have fought for people to whine and complain. Okay. I have had blood, sweat, tears, and everything. I've lost a lot of things. Right. So people can sit on their platforms and talk shit. So this is what I am going to do. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. And when everything is done after the federal court case, that's it. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. I'm going to play games. I'm going to entertain. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to talk to friends. I don't need people to explain themselves to me. Nothing. But word of advice. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth about me. Stop trying to start shit with me because I am very, very fucking close. And if you seriously think that I am not capable of turning this into a fucking news article, word of advice. I've already contacted 3 newspapers in Florida alone. So if you think you want to call my bluff, call them. Call my bluff. Bruce tried, and look what that got him. But enough about that. That's me. Done. I do not want to discuss anything to do with Mike Arthur, Chris, whatever her fucking name is, or anyone associated to them as of today. No more. Because they are not worth it. They are scum. They are liars. They are drama queens. They are toxic. And I have no more interest in, even if they exist. Right? And if you don't like me, you know what to do. You know what to do. You click that fucking button and go away. Because I'm done. But hey, one thing I need to remind you of, that little message you put out about going to war. Okay. I've been behind the line. I've been outside the fence. I know what war's like. Do you? Now that's off my chest, I feel way fucking better. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Spawn Trooper Show. Ja, guten Abend, bonjour, salam alaikum, ciao, come stai, konnichiwa, let's go, let's have a party, fuck it. Right, that's that. Don't worry about it. I've said what I needed to say. Right, let's move on. God, that felt good. God, that felt fucking good. Hello, cat. What do you want? Meow. Hi. Hi. Yes, so there you go. Because there's an old saying, you keep poking a fucking bear, that bear will one day turn around and rip your arm off and slap you with a soggy end. Right. Okay, so yes. God, that felt so good. I need a fucking coffee now. Anyone want a brew? I'm putting a kettle on. Yeah. Hola. She Nemesis. Hi. Welcome. DJ Rattus. Yeah, let us know if you get hold. I think she sent you a message. Right, let me go and put the kettle on. I'll be right back. Come on, you want some food? Come on, baby. Come on. Once I sat down, had a great shit. Then I remembered it's a tit. That's yeah. No, but hey, Rattus, here's the funny bit. When I contacted one of the news article people, right, she sent me an email back and she was like, it was like, I don't want to go into depth what she said. So yeah, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't aware of this. Can you give details? Can you this? And I sent her, I say about a month's worth and different links and everything else. And then I got an email back and she was like, oh my. I was like, wait a minute, am I talking to Sulu? So yeah, see what happens. If it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, I don't care. But I'm not playing around no more. I'm done. I'm done with the bullshit. You know, you always hide behind shit and that. I mean, let's look at the bigger picture. Let's look at the big picture here, right? We've got, how can I put this? We've got a lawyer, right, who's caused more problems in the last 4 months or 5 months that even, well, I mean, you could, I mean, like Watergate looks like innocent compared to this, right? You've got a group of people who got their asses slapped because they got caught out lying, and they basically jumped on a court case to grift. And look what they did. They grifted and grifted and grifted for months, and not one bit of transparency. And I called it on that. Okay, and then you've got a wannabe who did what? Not even a year, right? On a TV program that was shite anyway, right? And you know, everything is repetitive. Everything that's being said and being going, it's like a big circle. You wait 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and it'll actually catch up with each other. So you've got this really big circle of the same information just being mentioned by different people in different ways. All right. But then you've got people like myself who will sit there and I'll go, well, hang on a minute. I've already mentioned that. Perfect example about about him being a general manager and everything else in Armenia, right? And about the yoga books, the witch books. That was already mentioned months ago. It's like someone is now catching up, doing their own research, or probably using the same research, but now trying to put it in their own words. And then you got, it's repetitive. We all know what's going on. There's nothing new that can come to this. Irregardless, and I apologize, even Jeremy and George can't put anything else onto this except any actions they take. Other than that, everything is staying the same. Everything, right, is repetitive. So why would you waste time talking about it? I mean, sitting here right now explaining to you what I'm seeing, right? Why am I the only one seeing this? Other people, surely other people are seeing this. I'm sure people are seeing this. That everything is repetitive, because like the thing, it's like we all know what's going to happen with Bruce's and his motions, right? It's going to take a few days, or it's going to take a while, and then all hell's going to break loose. The judge is just going to go fucking apeshit. He's going to have a field day on this one. The fact that even a non-legal trained individual can see that what Bruce is doing is trying to sabotage and get and I mean I can't even think straight. I need Dr. Pepper. Hang on a minute. I prefer the songs more than the diaries, Raz. You know, so but anyway, what was it? Let me sneeze, let me blow my nose. You know, and the thing, and here's the thing, like when you listen to people, and I've listened to everyone, yes, even including those fucking idiots, right? And they seem to always be guessing. It's always estimation. It's always a guesstimation, right? No factual. It's a guesstimation. Oh, this and this. Oh, maybe this will happen. Oh, maybe that will happen, right? Why don't speculate or guess? Because when you guess and speculate, it can go wrong. What you do is you wait. The you know, the fuse has already been lit. Now you wait. You wait until the judge says something or the court says something. The fact that Bruce wrote to the Ohio court, and the fact that we all know about this. The fact that he did that now that is now going to bring the attention onto Lynette and John Cook and their actions and everything else. That means now, right, if that court can turn around and say, right, is there any evidence of third-party contact? There you go. Here's a book. Oh, right. Oh, and here's another book. Oh, okay. And here's another book. Right? So it's absolutely time wasting to just go on and on and on and on about it. Right now, we wait for the judge. We wait for these frivolous court cases to be done. And then we go to the federal court case. That's when we need to pay attention, because that is where Bruce is going to have his legs split open and he is going to become ballless, because they're going to rip his balls off for what he's done. And like, I've been saying this for months. I said this when I first came into contact with Bruce, that I would be very surprised if he still got his license to practice law after all this. This was 6 months ago. This was in July. Right? So it makes absolutely no sense why people are still discussing this, why they're still going on about it, because they have no other content. Me, I don't care. I'm waiting for the federal case. I don't even care about these other 2 court cases, because I know that they won't last longer than an hour, if that. And they're both going to get dismissed, because Scott Stark has nothing to stand on. And considering, and here's a question that I do have, considering that Scott Stark, and I'm not trying to put him down on this one, the fact that he has got health issues, why did he take this on in the first place? Is it because of his health issues that he could use that as an excuse? No. I know it's third party interference, but yeah. This is what gets me, and yeah, you know, tinfoil hat fucking mentioned there. Sean Martin. Sean Martin was a pro bono law. He's not going to be getting involved in that case anymore. There'll be someone else doing it, because he's moved on to other cases, and unless he is paid, right, to partake in that case. Right, because like I think the first thing was pro bono. I'm not sure, but I think after now everything is paid for. So where are they getting the money from to pay for these lawyers? And let's look at Mr. Magoo and Skeletor. Right, Skeletor is talking to what you call it, Super Dave or whatever, and they're all where's all this money coming from? Because they're not doing it for free. They're not doing it for free. That I can assure you of. You would be absolutely naive and blind to think that they're doing it for free just for the clout. I mean, they're definitely doing it for the clout, but they're not doing it for free. There's money coming in from somewhere. And the only place that money will be coming from is the grifters, the crampons. They're the only people who are grifted a shed load of money. Think about it. This is just speculation. It's just speculation. It's just speculation. But think about it. So why go on about the same thing every day? Right? Because like if you then take a step out of the box, right? Look at the dynamics. Look at the dynamics of this whole ecosystem group now. Look at it. Right? Look what happened with the crampons when Bruce suddenly brought in Fulp, and then he brought in Luthman. Look at the dynamics. Look what's happened to the crampons. They are clutching at content. They're trying everything to get the content, and to still try to, grift. But look at the dynamics. Can you see? Can you see all them on the same platform? Can you? Have you? 1 minute, everyone is on the same platform nearly every day. They're together all the time, every day. And now suddenly things are starting to change. Has anyone else noticed this? Or am I the only one who's noticed that? No, Kathy, not just that, my darling. What you have to take into consideration is the fact that he saw fame and fortune, and also PR for his mac and cheese PR. And that's what he said from the get-go. He wants PR for that. And he's failed. He has not received the PR he wanted. That's the best part. And and here's another thing. It's like you got all these individual people, attacking me and attacking other people, right? Because they don't like what I'm saying. But here's the thing, freedom of speech. Everyone agrees that freedom of speech is important, right? But the problem is, it's until they hear something they don't like, then freedom of speech is like, no, you can't. You don't have the right to say that. You can't do this. You can't do that. That's the biggest issue. Right, and here's a quote. An actual fact, I'm going to quote this. This is from Ricky Gervais. If you don't believe in free speech for people who you disagree with, and even hate for what they stand for, then you don't believe in free speech. And also the behavior that's been going on, like when people defend themselves after someone attacks them, right? And then when they defend themselves, they blame them for for what's going on. That's a sign of narcissism. Now, and I think we've seen enough of that over the last few months. That's for sure. That's come to the surface a lot. And Rattus, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they are backpedaling. And the fact that here's the thing. Here's the best thing on 2 points. The fact that she said that, on her live stream can get her in a lot of trouble. Gets in a lot of trouble. Wait a minute. What's James? Spawn, you know nothing. Stop your lies or where you've been getting information from. You go on Megan Live to get information about a JH Shizzy's live. What? James, listen, son, listen, darling, listen. Let me tell you something right now. All right, I don't have to explain where I get my information from. To be perfectly honest with you, all right, what I've been doing over the last few weeks is just ignoring everything. Okay, and in actual fact, the information that I sought and I have found over the last 5-6 months has been used by multiple people. Okay, because they are too idle and too lazy to do that themselves. And in fact, people have been illegally gaining other people's information. We're talking addresses and stuff like that, illegally. Okay. Now, if you want to come in here and you want to attempt to call me out on information that I've got, then here's a word of advice. Fuck off. I don't have to explain myself to you. If I find the information, I will find it. And let's be honest, all right? You don't have to go far to find any information. All you have to do is go onto the what the hell's fake hate group and just sit there and wait. And people are really polite and kind to actually support and give all that information. So, I get it. You're butthurt. You're one of their friends. I get it. All right. And like I said, everyone is welcome here, but if you're going to sit here and you're going to come out with shit, you're going to talk crap, then here's a word of advice. If you're going to talk crap about something, at least come in prepared. All right. At least come in prepared. Here's a little one thing. But do you know that Bruce Matskin, right, didn't have any legal powers whatsoever in Armenia? Do you know that? Are you aware of that? No, you didn't. Right. Are you aware, okay? Are you aware that he was only married 13 years to his wife before he got divorced? And then this woman he is now with? Yeah? So there's a lot of discrepancies. Oh, also, are you aware that there's a shed load on David Helm? Are you aware that there's also a lot of information on certain people that you like to, come in and disrupt my stream for them? You see, that's one thing I enjoy doing. I love doing research. I love researching. I love spending hours going from one website to the next website to the next website because I enjoy it, because it's educational. You know, the things I have learned ever since I have, with my fortunate tripped into this. Do you know how much I know about so many people, so many players, and every single person involved in everything? Every single person has dirty washing that they haven't publicized, that they're trying to hide. So why do you seriously think that I have to explain myself to you? You come in here, say I don't have any information. Prove it. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me what I don't have. An actual fact, here's a thing that you should remember, James, if that's your real name, but then again, who cares? Let me tell you something. One thing you have to remember. Do I care about anybody? Do I care about doing research on anyone? Do I? Why is it that people will confront and, attack people who, actually, how can I put this? Who haven't questioned certain people's agendas, who haven't gone looking into what happened with certain situations. I mean, if I lived in the States and I had the accessibility to quite a lot of websites that I do not have over here in Europe, because those websites are blocked here in Europe, do you think that certain people would be sitting on their platforms right now, splatting their mouths, doing it all large? Do you seriously think they'd still be here if I could find, information on them? And at the end of the day, even if I found information on them, it is my choice to publicize it or not. Now, if I don't publicize it, that's my choice. Because if there's something in there that will affect them long term, I will not publicize it. I will let other people do that damage, because I'm not that vindictive. Now, James, if you're still here, okay, why don't you jog on? Why don't you go to someone who actually cares about what you think? Like I said, if I want your opinion, I will give it to you. Oh, God, this coffee's nice. Don't tell Marlin I put some caramel in the coffee this morning. And Hans hit the nail on the head. As long as the information is correct, right, and it's truthful. Now, everything that I've put out has been factual and truth. I don't have to make shit up to prove a point. Because at the end of the day, all right, I am an individual. I'm an advocative journalistic investigator. All right. I will do my own investigation. I'll do my own research. And if I find stuff that I don't want publicized, then I won't publicize it. In fact, I actually put it on an external hard drive. And in fact, if I don't want to, I will then, if I don't want anything to do with that, I will delete it. And I've deleted a shed load. So far, I've deleted over 300 gigabyte of information and stuff because it's irrelevant. It's about people that are irrelevant. Even people who've been named, it's irrelevant because they're nothing. They're nobodies. They think they're somebodies because they have contact with the main players. But what they don't realize is that all they're doing is exactly that what the crampons are doing. The only difference is, right, is that the crampons are grifting properly, where these people are not. They're grifting in a different way. So, Spawn Truth with no papers with footnotes for reference? Nope. Why should I have them? That's court documents. No papers. Oh, you're being sarcastic. Right, okay. I get it. I got it. I don't mind if he's jealous or not. I don't mind if she is jealous or not. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, I don't have to explain myself. Because the thing is, here's the problem that our friend James Brown here, James Brown, right? Here's one thing that James needs to remember, If it's on public, if it's publicly on the interwebs and I can Google it, I've got it. And if it leads to other stuff, I've got that too. And if that leads to other stuff, because the thing is, sometimes you have to remember that Google's, what they do, they archive stuff. So when you type something in, it'll come up with it, but you won't find anything because it's been archived. And what you need to do is that's another thing. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of archived information that is no longer seen on Google. So you go for the archived stuff, and in the archived, oh boy, yeah. Right, that archive shit, yeah. The simplest things, Facebook groups and Facebook, again, everything comes up. Now, I haven't done anything illegal, and I will not do anything illegal. In fact, I will question people if they do something illegal, which I already have, and that's already happened. And that information has already been publicized because it's public information. No private. If there's a conversation I have in DM, and I think this conversation is private. Okay, and what I will do, I will delete my messages. If I don't think if I think it's irrelevant, I won't delete my messages. But if I have a conversation with someone and I believe that that conversation is entrapment, or if it's a little game, right, I will answer with certain. I will have a certain approach. Now, anything I have put out, James, and put out on public platform, you can go and check everything. Everything has had receipts, evidence, factual. So if you want to come in here and you want to try and play that game, here's the thing. I don't play around, mate. You can come in here. I don't care. You, like I said, everyone is welcome. Just don't break the rules. Don't piss people off. And definitely don't get on the wrong side of Eric, Nimrod, or one of the other mods, because they will then yeet you. And if they yeet you, that's your job. That's your problem. So be nice, be respectful. I get it. You've got an opinion, right? But don't question my credibility where I get information from. Because trust me, I've got history of proving everything that everyone says wrong. And I can prove it. I can even prove you wrong as well. I can show you shit that I found last year. You fucking idiot coming in here trying to... Oh, God, I tell you, some people... It's... anyway, there you go. So there you go, people. Yet again, it's the same shit, different day. I mean, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You seriously think you're going to trigger me now, so I'm going to go and get all my info and start showing you screenshots and shit like that? Do you seriously think I'm that dumb? Oh, Jesus. Come on, people, stop it. At the end of the day, there's nothing new, and there hasn't been. The only thing that is at the moment, right, is this what you call it? Is these motions that are going in. But the thing is, you look at the motion from Bruce and you look at the motion from Randy. Bruce is in a lot of problems. He's got a lot of trouble. Exactly, Tracy. Exactly. This is what gets me. This is what's really pissing me off. Pardon my French. I do apologize for my language. Right? It's the fact that people are more interested in about, oh, you don't have information, you don't know our facts and all that. But no one actually thinks about that 5-year-old child. I do all the time. All the time. Every time I think about this whole problem, that child comes up. The fact that there's toys in that flea market, the fact that she's running around that flea market, the fact that there's contradictions after contradiction after contradiction after contradiction, but no one has the ability or the balls to actually step up and go, do you know what? You made a good point. Do you know what? You're right. Do you know what? Actual fact, that's factual. Do you know this? I mean, how many times does it make, do you guys have to be explained that if you have a person who states that a child has a life-threatening illness and that she can't be around anybody, and then in the same breath you have that child in a a dog pen type of tent in the flea market with wearing no mask. You've got a person who probably smells of sweat from a mile away, right, walking around, videoing the property and her, considering that his own father went to jail. You can do your own research on that because I'm not going to mention it on my platform. The fact that he went to jail for something, and then you've got this individual filming this young child and that property continuously, right? And the fact that that child has been used as the cover of a grift for money, and you want to fucking come in here and ask questions, and you want to, I mean, really? No one has even taken any consideration. Well, a lot of people here, a lot of people I know have that child in mind all the time as well. But the fact that all you haters and you grifters and the people who jump on a bandwagon and think that you're the angels and you're innocent, and then you attack people like me and other people like me who are actual factual, and then you grift off it, and then you play the victim when as soon as someone turns around and comes back at you with the same medicine that you've dished out. I mean, but that's all fantasy. That never happened, did it? That never happened. That child is having a life. I mean, look what happened on Christmas. The fact that that child was threatened to be put in a shed. The fact that like there was multiple adults, a unsafe fire pit. Alcohol was being drank on there. Fireworks close to burning material. All it would have taken is one simple mistake. One. And then you people out there who want to hate on me, or you want to just try to discredit me, you guys sit on your little thrones and you want to give it, oh, look at, we're perfect. Fuck off. There's a 5-year-old child that is being used for a freaking money grift. Every single picture that's been on the internet, may it be newspaper, may it be GoFundMe, may it be anything else, it's all been about the money. Greed. And then you have the system, the government, the police, God knows who else. And all they do is sit there and allow it to happen. You are despicable if you don't care about that child. You are a disgrace to humanity if you, for 1 second, don't worry about that child's welfare. No one has mentioned that child. Everyone comes up with this, oh yeah, Bruce this, Bruce that, all these arguments that are going on Facebook. Not one person mentions that child. Oh, but other people will use the picture with that child to antagonize other people. That's okay. That's good. That's okay. That's good publicity. And then people will still want to trust that fucker when they put that up. When they put pictures like that up. And then you want to come in here and say that I don't have any information? Are you that fucking stupid? Really? Everything I have put up, everything I've shown has been 100% factual. But the fact that there's people out there who don't even think about the welfare of this child, and now the thing is they're trying to find reasons why, Lynette's like this. Oh, look at her mother. Look at this. Look at that. Who cares about her mother? I don't care about Lynette's mother. Just like I don't care about anyone's mother, because they got nothing to do with what's going on now. This is what people are doing. They're trying to find clout. They're trying to find stories. And it's got nothing to do with anyone else except the two people. And if you people want to sit there and you want to fucking go at me because I've hurt little Georgie's feelings, or I've actually said something about Mike, or something about something else, or I said something about Super Dave, or I said something about this, then here's what you can do. You can go and fuck yourself. Because I tell you one thing, they're not that important. They're not that important. The truth, the facts are important. The fact that a 5-year-old child has lived the last 4.5 years or 5 years in that state and in that environment. The fact that people up in Northport were questioning what Lynette was saying. And the fact that all this is, there's always been a question mark above, right, what's been going on. And then suddenly you see the contradictory in terms. And then all you guys go on about is Bruce this, him that, them that, these that. They're all doing the same thing. Every single person. I have to blow my own trumpet here for a second. The only person who hasn't done what any of these fucking idiots have done is me. I don't monetize. I don't grift. I don't ask for anything. The only thing I do ask is that you support people who need that support. And that's what I've done. Eric needed support. He needed the help. He got that help because people who have a big heart helped. Now, am I loud? Am I outspoken? Do I have a chip? Yes. You come across an infanteer who doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. But then you guys want to justify your actions by attacking people who actually really do care about a 5-year-old, who care about the situation they're in. I mean, how? And you guys, and here's the thing: you people, some of you people out there are parents yourself. You may have children yourself. Hi, Dahlia. Right? You may be a parent yourself. And then you sit on the internet all day, all night, or whenever, right? Because you're too fucking bone-idle and lazy to get off your ass and go outside and get some fresh air. And then you start throwing your weight around. You start throwing your emotions around. Like I said, emotions don't work here. You come in emotional, you're gone. But you're all going on about the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. It's like watching a repeat of the shittiest program you've ever watched. Oh, Bruce has done this. Oh, Bruce has done that. Oh, Bruce has done. Oh, they've done this. Oh, they've done that. Oh, and then you got anonymous here, anonymous there, anonymous here. Then you got people say this. Oh, let's go members only, so I can grift and make a little bit more money, and then show them about something that I can show them publicly. Oh, let's go and do this. Oh, let's repeat after this. Let's go and do this. Let's go and do this. Let's talk shit about Megan Fox. Let's talk about shit about Tug. Let's talk shit about Shizzy. Let's talk shit about legal vices. Let's attack her. Let's talk shit about George. Let's talk shit about Jeremy. That's all you see. That's all we see. We don't see any constructive input. None whatsoever. None about the legal side of it. None about the child. None about the past, the background, what about the child. Anything. None of it. All we see is attack this, attack that. Let's talk shit about whatever. But when someone brings facts out, you want to come in and then judge me? Fuck off, James. Go back to your little sandpit. Right? Because I'll tell you one thing. I am not going to change who I am. I am going to say it as it is. I am going to say it unfiltered. And if you don't like that, you know what you can do. You can get your little action man. You can get your little toys, and then you can make your way to someone else. Because if you don't like... Yeah, you don't like it. What do you mean a stock record? A record that needle stuck on... Where? Where? Oh, you mean them. Sorry. I thought you meant me then. I was about to... And that's the biggest issue, right? And the thing is, a lot of people say, oh, you and him were friends. Yeah, we were friends. In fact, right, anyone who's been a vet, anyone who served in the armed forces, right, you're supposed to trust each other, right? Because there's an integrity and ethics thing. There's integrity because you all learn the hard way, right? But there's one thing that I forgot to do, I forgot that I spent over 30 plus years of my life in uniform. He only 7. If that. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. Plus, I wasn't a desk jockey. Yeah, I wasn't a pencil pusher. I didn't use my backside as a pencil sharpener. Right? There's a big difference. No matter what corps you were in, no matter what cap badge you wore, right? There is a core value. Leadership values, core values. And sometimes people forget that. You learn your lesson. I've learned my lesson. I've definitely learned my lesson out of this one. That's for sure. And I know I'm not Gail. I'm just busting your ball. And the thing is, I've learned a very steep lesson that, don't trust anybody. And I've stopped trusting people. I will talk to people, and I will only put my trust in people once I get to know them. And I can tell you right now, I do talk to people in the background. I'm not going to say who they are, but I do talk to people in the background. And I'll tell you one thing, some of them they don't beat around the bush. They say it. They say it. They say it as it is. And I respect that. But the fact that people want to attack me because I am putting the truth out there, maybe it's because they don't have control of what I put out there. Maybe that's probably what it is that they can't control or dictate what I put out. Now, like I said, I'm not getting involved in these 2 court cases. I'm going to watch, I'm going to observe, and if I see something that I want to discuss, I will discuss that. And that's one of those things. All right. I will discuss people as well now. I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. I'm done, right, being respectful, because at the end of the day, why should I be respectful when other people can't be? If people want to play dirty, I can play dirty. If people want to get aggressive, I can be more aggressive. I can bring more aggression. If people want to start threatening me, then make sure you turn up with a gum shield, because you're going to need it. Because like I said this months ago, I accepted my fate years ago. I'm just waiting for the day and that's it. Okay, the way I go is entirely, I don't care, right? I've accepted my fate. That's why I like to help people. That's why I want to support people. Like, I got criticized about my counselor's course. I did my counselor's course because I wanted to help other veterans. Because who would know better what a veteran is feeling or going through is another vet. I mean, I've still got a couple of courses ahead that I need to complete, but by the time I've done that, I probably might be on air less. I probably might just be putting videos up and just go live once a week, because I want to try and do as much as I can. Now, that's by and by, right? The fact that you got so many people on here now, so many individuals who are trying to get fame and clout, and they're trying to get monetized on their platforms. Good luck to them. But the thing is, you're rushing. You don't start running if you can't crawl. Learn to crawl first, then learn to walk, then learn to run. And irregardless of who you are, I don't care who you are. Don't play the guilty by association game, because it will come back to bite you in your ass. I know that people don't like me because I'm outspoken, I swear, and I cough. I get that, and I respect that. At the end of the day, it's not I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. But what I want you to understand is that a human being is a human being, regardless of where they're from or what they are. But if you're going to treat someone with discontent, just because you want to make yourself feel better by doing so, you need to remember that some people don't care. Now rules, terms, conditions, guidelines, and everything else on every single platform you come across. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Right? But let me point one thing out. Well, let me point one thing out to you. People will start realizing, they'll start noticing, they'll start smelling that rosy poo smell. They'll start realizing that anything that comes out of your mouth is bullshit. All right. And one thing we noticed with the crampons, when you had multiple people on one platform, right? And if you watch it very carefully, you'll notice that you were having others agreeing with what the other person was saying. And that made a stronger insight. That made a stronger point. That made a stronger statement. So therefore, people would start believing what was being said. And that's why you've got so many people who are believing what the crampons are saying and what the swamp lizards are saying. And that is now happening on other people's platforms. Here, it's just me. Now, why is one individual pointing out all the failures of everyone else? And the thing is, I'm getting attacked I'm getting discredited and attacked. And here's one thing you have to understand. It doesn't bother me. In actual fact, if you're attacking me and you're putting all your attention and all your little minions are coming at me, that means they're leaving other people alone. And that is part of my mission, is to make sure that that all the attention to other people, right, comes to me. So other people can have a peaceful stream, can have a peaceful day. You're never gonna get one over me. You're never gonna achieve for me to, get sick and tired of it and then just not bother streaming. You're never gonna push me into a corner, because everything you do, I thrive on. I don't thrive on negativity. I think like negativity is a waste of energy. But one thing you're never going to fucking push away from me, all right, is the positivity that comes from the people who come to my stream, the people who want to be here, the people who don't care about, how high you can swing your man sausage. What they care about is facts, the truth. And they care about the fact that I don't have a filter, that I need to start filtering, because obviously I don't want to, swear too much. And so if you want to question anything that I have researched, yeah, too late. I mean, if here's the thing. I'll give you an example. Okay. And I know that person comes and sits outside my stream, and I know that person does what he does. Right. I'm going to give you a name. Mark Cooper, also known as Mark Cooper 85. Right, trying to be funny, trying to be facetious, told me to kick rocks. Well, have a guess what, Mark? I know everything about you now. And say hello to your partner, by the way. Nice dogs. Just saying. You see what I mean? Right? I mean, it's so easy. The thing is, right, when you attack people for no reason whatsoever, right, there's different ways to respond. And I can prove. I actually said on the Facebook, I said, "Hey Mark, we didn't get to finish our conversation yesterday. Let me know so when we can take up the conversation." And his response was, "Kick rocks." So I did. I kicked rocks, and look what I found. So, yeah. I don't. And here's another thing. I don't make threats. Threats are idle words. If making a threat means that it's just like a dog who barks, right? Threats is actually fact. Anyone who threatens anybody is spineless, to say the least. I never threaten anybody. Never. And if you think that I'm making vague, or if you think that I make threats, then no, you are absolutely wrong. Right? Because making a threat online is actually illegal. It's actually a criminal offense, actually. Right? No, I don't make threats. Sometimes I'll make predictions, and sometimes I will speculate and make assumptions of possible actions or events taking place. But I never make threats, because you know what? I'm not a type of person to make threats. If I say I'm going to show a screenshot of someone conducting illegal activities on the internet by trying to get someone's personal information because they put a post up on Facebook, oh dear. Yeah, that's illegal. That comes under the cybercrime. That's actual illegal. That's not a threat. That's not a threat. That's not a threat at all. That's a statement of fact. There's a big difference. A statement of fact. And the fact, having knowledge of said statement of fact, is accessory to a criminal activity whilst online. Now go and get your lawyer. and pay that $280 an hour and ask the lawyer about that if they have any knowledge of the cybercrime. Just saying. I mean, it's very easy to just contact her. It's just like this email. Apparently, I'm responsible for, which is funny, right? Because if I was responsible for that and they contacted the FBI and they sent it to the cybercrime division, they would then go through that. They would do their research. Then they would contact the United States National Crime Bureau, which is in Washington, D.C. That's part of that where some people actually made a mistake because Interpol does exist in the United States. Okay. They're part of the Department of Justice. And what they would go and knock on someone's door, go, hi, and then this person go, hello, and they'll go and say, oh, we got this, and this. Then that person would then contact the Interpol Bureau in Paris or London or in Bonn or Frankfurt, depending where they've moved to. All right, and then they would then contact the local police department, i.e., for example, Scotland Yard in London. All right, then they would have to then contact the main police department in Wales. Right? So accusing me of doing something that I haven't, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. Because shit like that happens within hours. So, now, everything I've just said, here comes a question. Is it true? Is it factual? Or is it fabricated? Is it? Well, is it? Ask yourself, is it? And I am now going to show you, okay, I am now going to show you a screenshot just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Okay, but out of respect, I am gonna get rid of the names. I mean, everyone knows who I am anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the fact is, I like to do this. Okay, and now I'm now going to show you a screenshot. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun because the thing is, you see, apparently I don't have all the information. I don't know anything. All right. Well, I find it quite interesting that within 30 seconds of doing research, okay, doing research online, all right, doing research online, only 30 seconds, by the way, you come up with this. Okay. Now, I want you to read this. I'm going to leave you to read it. So you hit, right, here's the thing. Okay, I know that some people are lazy, and I know that some people, right, find it very hard. Okay, now, it's a shame. But yet another bullshittery debunked. All right, so, as you can see, I was being polite. It has come to my attention that you asked a question regarding Interpol and the USA. Here is the correct information. Not sure what you have been informed in. However, here is the direct info. I have put a link in so you can go and read everything on that website. Right? It's from the Interpol International. Okay. Then part 2. The U.S. National Central Bureau, USNCB, of Interpol is the U.S. branch of the International Criminal Police Organization. It is located in Washington, D.C., and is part of the U.S. Department of Justice. Thus, there is a presence in the USA of Interpol, as they also work side by side with the Justice Department. Well, self-answered there. Okay, so let's just keep right. So, out of respect, I put another link in there. Right, that link will take you directly to the US NCB. Okay, go ahead, enjoy, read, and I hope I have helped you and many others understand, and do hope this information in shape helpful for any future dealings. I hope that helped. Yeah. So if I can do that in 30 seconds, why did someone contact me and say, hey, can you check this? Because I don't think this person's getting the right information. I was like, look, I don't know who, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I can do that. Like, yeah, whatever. I'll do that. And I didn't hesitate. I while that person was still typing to me, I was like, right. And I found all the information I needed. And I said, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to post it. And that's why when you see that response, I had to address it directly to the individual. And to be perfectly honest with you, it was because someone asked me a question. They didn't say, oh, so-and-so said this. They asked me a question. So I answered the question. I'm not sure why or who gave them the wrong information, and I don't really care. I got asked a question. I did the research. There you go. And that took me not even 30 seconds. It was like bang, bang, bang. Right? And people are still getting it wrong. How the hell can you get stuff wrong? Listen, I know that you've got the headquarters of the CIA, you've got the headquarters of the FBI, you've got more three-letter organization headquarters in the United States than anywhere in the world. How the hell can you get that wrong? And here's another thing. If you seriously think that all these three-letter organizations don't have offices or safe houses or locations anywhere here in the UK or in Germany or France or anything else, you are mistaken. You are very, very, very seriously mistaken, because trust me, there are things out there that people don't realize. And yes, I've been live for 3 hours, but I'm not done yet, because I need to get this message out there that people need to stop. What? Right, Mitch, if that's the way you feel, I asked you a simple thing. Don't post that word. I don't know what you're talking about now, but this is the same routine. So if you don't like it, you can leave. But like I said to you, that word, okay, is very derogatory in this country. And I haven't gone to anyone. And if you want to mail me, you can prove it. I can't stand it. And yes, I piss you, try to help someone, then they turn and lie that person. I know what we talked. I won't help you. What? Don't care if truth. Don't care if truth or not. One thing is, don't lie about me. I can't stand. And yes, I pissed you, try to help someone, then turn the lie that person. What? And I know what we talked. I won't help you. Mitch, I stated the word, and I'm not gonna say the word that you put in your message. I deleted your message because that word was derogatory, and you don't say that word. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, he is directing at me. Mitch, I swear to God, I'm going to put you on extras. You need to. Oh, I am so confused now. Mitch, I am confused. I don't care if truth. Wait a minute. Wait, what, is this the message you received? No. I get it now. I get it, Mitch. It's okay. Miscommunication. I get it. Mitch, is this you? Is this someone else typing to you? Or is this wait. Don't care if truth or not. One thing is, don't lie about me. I can't stand, and yes, I pissed you. Try to help someone, then they turn and lie about person. And I know what we talked. I won't help you again, sir. Oh, I'm so confused. I am so confused. Mitch, did you receive a message here, or what's going on? Why do I feel like someone's just walked up behind me and hit me with an ironing board and then shouted "Surfs up"? I'm gonna have some coffee. Well, actually, while you respond, yeah, I apologize, Mitch. I misinterpreted. I'm sorry. Oh, you tried to help. So, wait, okay. I got a call. I'm someone in this chat. I tried to help, and they lied on me, and I tried to help this person. Oh. Oh. So wait a minute. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Ow. You helped someone. You tried to help someone. Then they lied to you because you tried to help someone, and now they're blaming you for trying. Oh. Running on the field, targets will fall and hit. I am so confused right now. So basically, from what, Mama, help. So you tried to help someone. They've lied to you. They tried to take advantage of you, and then they blame you. That's it. I quit. I'm going to sit here very quietly. And just have a cigarette because I'm so confused. Do you know what, Mitch? I wouldn't worry about it. At the end of the day, if people are going to be like that, when you try to help someone and then they throw it back in your face, you know what? Just put it down as a loss and move on. Because a friend, or none of us are friends. We are acquaintances. We all know each other. No, Mitch, this is what you're here for. This is what we're here for. We're friends, for crying out loud. We're here to help you decompress. We're here to help you calm down. And at the end of the day, if someone you tried to help threw it back in your face and lied to you, right, that's their loss. So just put it down as a loss, right? Just move, don't allow it to get upset you, because people like that are just not worth it. There are people out there who need the help, and they receive the help, and they get the help from a lot of people. A lot of people will go out their way to help people, right? And we've witnessed that. We've all witnessed that over the last few weeks, right? We've witnessed as genuine, helpful people, right? So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Why did my chat just go weird? There you go. Yeah. So, Mitch, just put it down as a, you failed your APWT. You have to redo the reshoot tomorrow. Just don't worry about it, mate. Just, don't let people do this to you. Right? There's a lot of people out there who take advantage of people, good, generous people with good hearts. And unfortunately, a lot of people are getting suckered into all this crap. You're going to have fun. Right, yeah, but you need to tell, Mitch, you need to tell me who's BSing about you. Who? Fucking name and shame them if they pissed you off this much. I would. Mitch, here's the thing. If someone has pissed you off to such a point, right, don't bottle it up, right? Say what you need to say. And here's one thing. If the person is here, say it. Call them out. Let them explain themselves. If they're not here and it's someone else, don't waste your breath on them, because that's exactly what they want. They want that reaction. They want control of your emotions. And at the end of the day, they can't have that. So you take a deep breath. Wait. Have you had a conversation by any chance with Daniel? By any chance? Oh, I know what's happened here. I think I know what's happened here. I think I know what's happened. I know what's happened. I think someone's stirring the shit. I think I know what's happened. I think I know what's happened. No, I think, Mitch, let me ask you a question. Have you had a conversation with someone called DK Lucas or AKA Daniel? I know what's going on here. I know what's happened. I know exactly what's happened. And I think I think Eric's gone into town. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, I've got a message. I have got a message. All right. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I know what they're doing, Mitch. I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to guilt trip you. And the fact that you already spoke to Eric and you had that conversation, I know exactly what they're doing. And they're accusing you of, oh, Jesus Christ. You said in my stream it was free. How can they accuse you of that? Mitch, do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor, right? I want you to type yes, right? So I know you'll listen to me. I want capital letters, Mitch. I want you to type yes. And I want you to listen to what I have to say to you. Okay? And I need you to listen to me very carefully. So I want you to type yes, and then we'll go from that. And I want everyone, if you can, be as quiet as you possibly can, and less typing. Right. So here's the thing. Right. So once you've heard, because I know there's a latency and there's a time gap between me talking and you receiving. So I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I know exactly. Right. Okay, Mitch. What I want you to do, I want you to stand up. I want you to walk away from your computer or anything else for 5 minutes, and I just want you to take some deep breaths. I want you to remember that you offered a mobility scooter to Eric. You spoke to Eric privately, and whatever is said is between you and Eric. All right. However, there must have been something with that scooter that he couldn't use. Now, that's beside the point. However, at no time did you, all right, at no time did you, okay, state that he would have to pay for anything. It was free. So what I need you to do is, once you are done, take a deep breath, come back, and that's it. End of topic. Because it's not fair for you to get wound up. It's not fair for anyone else, right, to see you upset, because you are a good person and you offered it for free. Okay. So yeah. So basically, just leave it as it is. What they're trying to do is trying to affect you. What they're doing, they are lying. They are lying. And James Barron, if you can't behave yourself, I am just going to delete your message every time. If your message is not polite, friendly, okay, or it's in any shape or form, all right, nice, it's getting deleted. So one way or the actual fact, you know what, James, all right, on second thoughts, I think what you need, all right, is a little break. Okay, so you come back when you can change your attitude. All right, because at the end of the day, you see, this is the thing. All right, I will grow in my own time. I will grow naturally. All right. But seriously, Mitch, you are okay. Don't worry about what people say, right? And what people do is they want to get an effect. They want to get an effect from you, and I wouldn't allow that. Right? You've done nothing wrong. Okay. All right. I thought it was about the word that you used in your comment. So, so don't worry about it. Okay. Do not worry about it. You are amongst friends here, and you don't have to worry about these small-minded individuals, because all they are doing is trying to press buttons. And here's another thing I would do. I would block that number. And if you don't know the number, don't answer it. As simple as that. And James Barron has left the building. He got yeeted. Kathy, he got yeeted. I yeeted him about a minute ago. James Barron is no longer in this stream. And in fact, shall I report him? Nah. So moderators, if you see James Barron come in here, don't even think about it. 24-hour straight out. I don't want him in this stream anymore. If he can't respect the rules and he can't respect people and you think he's funny, all right, just yeet him. All right. I had respect for that person because but Mitch, you're good. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody here. Okay, just remember that. And here's another thing, right? There's an old saying, I believe the greatest privilege in this world is to use your freedom of speech for those who have no voice, right? Or everyone agrees with free speech until they hear something they don't like, and then suddenly you can't say what you want to say. So, exactly. And they're not going to do that. I'm not sure what. They're not going, and hi, by the way, no one is going to disrupt this. And if I need to start making more people, yeah. And yes, absolutely, Gail. I totally agree with you. What's that, Mitch? The offer was fantastic. So it's the thing. And the thing is, here's the thing, Mitch. right? The next, we could do. Do you know what? Let's do a. I've got an idea. So, Mitch, your mission is to find someone, all right? Okay. I've got an idea. I need to think about this idea. I've got an idea. I have got an idea. And you know what? I agree. Right? I agree. That is a nice message, Gail. Oh, and Gail, just so you know, okay. I think a lot of people are getting your comments out of context. They're reading them out of context. Just saying, But that's absolutely ridiculous. People using other people to get content. Yeah. You see, people use This is the problem, right? When you use emotions, right? Here's the thing. I know that a lot of people don't like me because I say it the way it is. People don't like me because I don't. Do you know what? I don't care if you don't like me or not. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to change the way I am. I'm going to say it as it is. If I think you're a dick, I'm going to call you a dick. If I think that you've got a man sausage on your forehead, I'm going to call you that. Don't like it? Don't open your mouth. Don't say stupid stuff. And the fact that James Barron, if you're listening, the fact that you actually subscribe to me just to come in to be an idiot, that should show you the type of individual you are. Now, it could be your real name, it could be a fake name, I don't care. But one thing I want you to do, James Barron, is when you actually get the opportunity, right? When you get off your high horse or your throne, okay, is the next time you look in the mirror and say, wonder if I would treat someone like that. Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. I mean, what is it with you? What is it with you people and drama and toxicity and, needing the attention? Did you never get the attention from mummy when you were a child? Seriously, come on. Act mature. Hey, Melody, no fighting in the back of the class. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. Here comes the man sausage. Here comes the fly fighting the automated man sausage. Yeah, we're in trouble now. Right, guys. Okay, let me see what I've got at the end of there. Oh, yes. Stay tuned. More to come. Oh, you're going to like this. Oh, you're going to like this. Because, believe it or not, it's nearly 3.5 hours live. I mean, wow. I know a lot of people are not going to like this. I know a lot of people are going to talk about it. All right. But here's the thing. There's no more. There's no more. How can I put this without being rude? There's no quarter given. No more. That's it. No more quarters given. Right. And my resolve is now final. And you who are listening to this, who wanted this to happen, right, it's you. It's on you. So just word of advice, go upon your business, keep your business to yourself, and just just do what you need to do. Leave people out of your drama. If they're not involved in your drama, leave them alone. If they stop sending people to different places to cause trouble. Because here's the thing. One person has already been caught out because their stupidity of posting anonymously. Yeah. Just go upon your business. Leave people alone. And just stop repeating everything all the time. Because nothing's going to change now until the two frivolous cases are going to be completed. And when is that? In a couple of days' time, isn't it? Is it this week? Isn't it this week? That's going to See, I don't even care. That's how much I care that I can't remember when the court cases start. Anyone got the dates for them? That's how much I care. Because I don't care about these two frivolous court cases because they're going to get thrown out. They're going to get ripped apart. The one I care about is the federal court case. That is such a lie, no sure. You didn't tiptoe in here. I saw the door come off the frame. Anyway, so, right, more to come. There's going to be a couple of game videos coming up within the next couple of days. And there's also, the live streams are going to stay the same. They're just going to be generic. We're just going to talk about generic stuff happening maybe in the States or over here in the UK or even in Europe. So, and yeah. And here's the thing. I just want people to just move on, right? At the end of the day, people are, people go in their own directions. So let's do it. You get your Fabrizio. Hey, Steve. Oh, shit, that's too funny. That's too funny. Get your Febreze here. Oh, shit. Out of everything I've seen today, right, that's probably the best comment I've seen. Oh, shit, Steve, that's yeah. Mitch, listen, fella, you don't have to explain it. You don't have to explain yourself. Here's the thing: a lot of these people are gonna spread shit. They're gonna lie. So don't you worry about what they say, right? Whoever called you, right? Let Eric know who called you, and then I'll do my little digging, because that there, what they're trying to do, they're trying to antagonize. They're trying, and I know exactly where it came from. I know exactly where it came from, and he made a big mistake by doing that. He made a very big mistake of doing that. And what I want you to do, Mitch, when you get a chance, go and give all the information to Eric. All right, and then I'll talk to Eric. Yeah, we'll have a chat about this, because now I'm intrigued. That's Steve. But anyway, guys, Febreze. But here's the thing, Mitch. Don't just ignore it. All right, you did a good deed. Okay, simple as. Okay. Then that was that was definitely someone trying to trigger you. I wouldn't worry about it. And yeah, was it a male or female voice that called you? And here comes another question: how the hell did they know your number? But anyway, yeah, I know what's going on there. So oh, I muted myself by mistake. Mitch, I wouldn't worry about it. What they're trying to do, they're just trying to stir it. They're trying to make you look like a bad guy, and you're not. You're a good guy. Right? You offered it for free, and we all know that. We were all here. We all witnessed it. Right? So, did he sound light voiced or deep voiced? In fact, Do you know how he... Right, here's the problem. Would you recognize the voice if you heard it again, Sergeant Mitch? Would you recognize that voice again if you heard it? Yeah, exactly, Ozzy. And Mitch, don't worry about it. Don't let it get to you. All right, just block the number. But I'm going to send... right, I'm going to send... I want you to get in contact with Eric. Don't worry about what's being said because they're trying to get a reaction from you. But I'm going to send Eric some information and to pass on to you. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go and listen to the voices. I want you to go and listen to certain recordings, all right? And I bet you any money that within seconds you will find out. Because I think, because here's the problem, right? When you're on the phone, there's a slight tone that will disappear out of your voice. So if you're talking on the phone, you will sound slightly different than you do in real life. However, one thing you have to remember is that when you talk on here, when you listen on a recording, it's similar to being on the phone. All right. However, the tone will change slightly. All right. And I can tell you one thing right now. All right. If I get contact Eric, I'm not gonna say too much, but contact Eric. All right, because I think all right. And the next time, just contact Eric. I'll give you certain instructions what to do in the future, Mitch, and certain things. All right. And don't do anything right now. Just put it down to a hate call, like a spam call. All right. And contact Eric. I will then contact Eric, and then we'll sit together and we'll sort something out because it won't take me long to figure this one out. Here's the mistake. They called you and they spoke to you. That's the biggest mistake people can do. So, and here's another thing. All right. Here's one thing that I would like to know. Who did you give your phone number to, Mitch? How many people did you give your phone number to privately on here, on YouTube, or people that you've met on YouTube? How many people have you gave your number to? Maybe, or how many people have turned around to you and say, oh, contact me on WhatsApp or send me an SMS or send me a text message? No, hey, Mitch, you and Eric are good. It's not Eric that's caused this. It's not Eric. It's someone else. Don't, seriously, please do not think it's Eric. It's not. Someone else is trying to cause a problem and they nearly achieved it. Hadn't you come in today and mentioned this now, right? You would have thought that Eric caused the problem. It's not Eric. It's someone else. Someone else is trying to stir it, right? So what I want you to do, I want you to think about I want you to get a pen and paper and I want you to write down all the names, all the people that you've met on all these, on the Facebook and all this, since all this has been going on. And I want you to write down, all right? Yeah, I know you don't need coffee. I know that. But what the thing is, he said he received a phone call. Unless it was not a phone call, but someone calling like through Facebook. If it was a Facebook call, that's one thing. If it was a phone call, i.e., another cell phone calling his phone, right? That's what we need to do to decipher. If it was through Facebook call, or if messenger call, or if it was a direct phone call. Because if it was a direct phone call, then someone is in more trouble than they think. that's a possibility, but I don't think Eric would be stupid enough to pass on any people's. Yeah, so I think there's like. Oh, Lisa, have you had that as well? Yeah, and I was like, well, that's quite interesting. And they went, why is that? I said, yeah, my daughter doesn't have a Romanian accent, and they hung up. Oh, it's through Facebook. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. No. Right. Okay. So no. Yeah. Right, Mitch. Do me a favor. Okay. Go when you get in front of your computer. Go to your messages, and in the messages, it will tell you who you received the call from. Because every time you call someone from Facebook, okay, what it'll do, even if they blocked you, what it'll do, it will show you incoming call or missed call or incoming call. If the person who called you, right, take a screenshot of that and then send it to Mitch, send it to Eric. That's even better. That's even better. Aha. Mm-hmm. Well, word of advice: don't give anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. Never. It doesn't matter if they're famous or not. Don't give anyone your phone number. Your phone number is private. It is your personal number. Don't give it to anybody. Not if you've met people online. Never ever give them any personal information, phone number, or anything. If you want to do that, then go and buy a burner phone. Go and buy a phone that you can easily $10 of a phone. Get the number. Give them that number. Right? Never ever give your personal details out to anybody. Trust them or not, doesn't matter. Never give your number out. No, Vicky. No. Look, I mean, even though I can't stand the guy, and I think he's full of shit. Let's not point fingers, because one thing I can say, no, I don't think he would do that. Yeah, I doubt very much he cares, Mitch. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that, Vicky. I understand what you're saying, but yeah, but no, I don't think he'll degrade himself to that level to do that. Absolutely no. Even though I can't stand the guy, I never think that's happened, but I have to stand and say no, he wouldn't do that. I understand what you're saying, Vicky, but I don't think he'd do that. And if he did do that, then yeah, then I'll be humble and eat my own words. But no, I don't think he would steep that low. That's one thing I have to say. And I don't think either of them would do that. I don't think Jeremy Hales would do that. I don't think Mike would do that. So I have to stand that ground and say, I have to put my I have to, take a little bit of humble pie and say, no, Mike would never steep that low to do something like that. Unless he has some sort of psychological issue or he has a nervous breakdown or whatever. But even then, I don't think he would do anything like that. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about the idiot anyway. But I have to say no. I don't think he would do something like that. And if he did, then that means I don't know. I didn't really get to know him. But as a veteran, no, that goes against every single fucking rule. Yeah, no. But we'll sort that out in private, Mike, Mitch. We'll sort that out in private. Yeah, we can speculate that, but I don't think, like Vicky, like I said, I don't think he would have done that. Well, if they do, if they do, then You know, it just proves how far people will go to get their credibility, you know, buffed up. So, but I'm not going to speculate, and I'm not going to point fingers at people unless I've got 100% proof. If I get proof, and I've got proof, then I don't care who it is. I will name and shame them because of what you know, calling someone up like that and saying stuff like that to antagonize and wind people up. It's just wrong. It is just wrong. That's just wrong. You know, like a good deed was done. You know, Sergeant Mitch made a good deed, right? And everything fell together and everyone was happy. And that's the way we should keep it, right? And the thing is, you know, if people are going to be criminals and do criminal activity online, it is only a matter of time before they get caught out. And we already know who has already done that. And I've got the proof of that. So, yeah. And it's not on my computer, by the way. It's now off my computer safely on an external hard drive. And a copy of that has gone to the authorities. Just so everyone is aware, right? And at some point, you may see a different name pop into this chat. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to say if it's already happened or not. But there's going to be someone in this chat. There's going to be someone on the outside of this chat as well. And they have been. Okay, they will be or have been. Who knows? But one thing I can tell you right now is that, yeah. Because I made it absolutely clear to a certain individual who came to my door, who dropped off a few days ago, a week ago or so, a courier, and I made a how can I put it? I gave them a certain note in regards of concerns I had for other people, not for myself, but for other people, and so yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. But Mitch, do me a favor from now on, all right? Ignore any calls. If you don't know the person, don't accept the call, right? On Facebook. If you don't know people, right, keep them at a distance, right? Don't click on any links, right? And just keep your distance from people who contact you who you don't know, all right? And in regards of what you've done, don't worry. I don't think Eric has done anything wrong, nor have you, okay? No, Eric will contact you. I've already let him know that he needs to talk to you. But I don't think Eric. It was Eric. I think it was someone else. But anyway, that matter's done. Right, we're going to move on now. I'm going to call it a day. And here's a word of advice to people: if you don't know people, don't talk to them. Simple as. And I know people are going to take screenshots of allegations and accusations and everything else. But one thing I can say is that, like, I doubt very much either party who were mentioned, right, would have done anything like that. I doubt very much they would have done anything like that. And I don't think, I don't think it was him. I don't think it was him. But we'll sort this out privately. Right? And if it came through Messenger, you know, it's very easy. Anyone could. And the thing is, if you don't see who's calling you, this is why I always say, don't trust anybody. Don't let anyone call you. The only people I call is the people I know, right? And there's only 2 or 3 people. I mean, I don't even call people that I've known longer, right? I will only talk verbally to people, and there's only, I think, 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3, and then I took. Yeah, no, wait a minute. 2, 1, 2, 3. Seven people. Before that, I used to speak to other people, but now I only speak to 7 people, even if I want to talk to them. All right, but on that note, guys, you know what's going to happen now, right? We are calling it a day. It has been 3 hours and 43 minutes. It's been a long one. Okay, now, Mitch, just relax. Don't worry about it. We'll sort this out. I don't think it was Eric. Love you lots. Okay, everybody else, always think positive. Never ever pass out any of your personal information, all right? Emails, phone numbers, stuff like that. All right, always remember to look after each other. All right, and remember, people will play dirty tricks to get whatever they want from you. All right, I've had a couple of people try it with me, and I've gave them little herrings, and they've gone away. And then a couple of days later, I see it posted and everything else, and I am laughing my ass off because they fell for it. All right, there's a lot of things people are going to try and do to discredit and put people down. All right, if you allow them to do that, then they're winning. You too, Joseph. You take care as well, brother. All right, and SMN, thanks very much. Sart Mitch, don't worry about it. I'm a girl, love you to bits. And word of advice: trust your gut, because there's a lot of people who are playing dirty tricks out there. Why do you think I never give out my information? Why do you think I never give out any information? If people want to contact me, they can do it differently. All right. I had someone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But word of advice: if those people out there want to play games, be very, very aware that I've got an invisible ghost watching me. Just so you know. And they're not going to say anything. They're just going to pass on the information directly to the authorities. Because the reason being is because I have got evidence of someone actually already done it. So, have fun, guys. You take care of yourselves. And remember, always wear clean underwear. Bye.